One second. Let me fix something here. There we go. All right. I'm wondering if Curry Alman, what's up, guys? All right, I think text to speech is working, maybe. Somebody say something.
Sharikitten says,
Shrimia.
I don't hear TDS on YouTube.
Can you hear it now? I had to restart that. And then I noticed I missed some of the things y'all were saying, I think.
Sharikitten says, there we go now.
Good.
Sharikitten says, but now it's lagging.
Flagging. So I have
Sharikitten
full
says,
bars here.
it didn't lag till TDS happened. Another person in line E8G says, YMCA, it's fun to do the YMCA. Share Curry says,
Curry.
something. QFX says, best day young 1200 pumper.
That's my church. It's the one I own it.
Sharikitten says,
That's the one I go to.
let's keep talking and see if it evens out.
I think it should. It says I have full green bars here. It's pretty smooth. I have Firefox is closed, which I normally have it
Share
closed. Let me
Curry
get
says,
rid of Task Manager.
test.
OBS is taking up the most right now. Task Manager isn't taking up that much. Social Stream Ninja, that's the TTS.
Sharikitten says,
Isn't
yeah,
taking
it
up.
seems better now.
Seems better? Okay, good.
QFX
It's
says,
3:15.
I didn't know you owned a church.
I don't own the church. It's the one I go to, and
Alman the Painter says, Let's just go back to Morse code.
Right. I'll do this one. Screw it. It's a couple different
Shurikitten
angles.
says.
Mm.
Beep 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 beep.
That's no good.
Sheer Curry says. Close all those porn tabs. Almond the painter says. Beep beep.
Close all the porn tabs. You know how long it took me to get them working? I don't know. You have like porn tabs open as you're drawing the church. It's like a beautiful drawing. All right. What's slowing the stream down?
QFX says. He needs more upload not download XD. Another person in line E8G
you would
says.
know.
Virgins unite. Shurikitten says. Curry, this isn't QFX's or my PC.
You would know.
Another person in line E8G says. About time you got a haircut, you hippie.
I cut it myself.
Sheer Curry says. Shuri, your computer could handle it.
Oh, I didn't take this into account. I should have taken this into account.
Another person
I
in line
actually
E8G
have
says.
a couple different views of
Nice
this,
work. Shurikitten says. It could. Sheer Curry says. Is this a Comey's Zion?
A what? A commission? A Comey sign. Yes, it is. But it's my cousin who's commissioning me because my cousin has a kid
QFX says.
who's getting
Already
married.
looking better than the last piece.
Shut
Sheer
up.
Curry says. LMAO, what Comey's Zion?
Comey sign. Is this a Comey sign?
Shurikitten says.
Uh,
LOLWTF, it made it sound so funny.
That wasn't funny. Don't laugh. What? Oh, Comey sign. I thought it just said QFX. Never mind. That was funny. The Comey sign was funny. QFX, not funny. Retarded.
Another
Dumb.
person in line E8G
Inferior.
says. Oh, thought you were joining the Freemasons.
Shut up.
Sheer Curry says. Commission.
Yes, a commission. There you go. Comey sign. But you got to leave the M out. That's what you did before. Comey sign.
Sheer Curry says. Very minimalistic. Shurikitten says.
This is
Commission.
America. America. I don't know why I said it twice, but I did.
Sheer Curry says. I like Comey's Zion.
Me too. I'm going to start saying that, in fact, instead of commission. It's a Comey sign.
Shurikitten says. Commission. QFX says.
Second.
How's that pizza Comey's Zion going?
Yeah, how is that going?
Another person in line E8G says. I'm sneaking a gargoyle on the roof. Shurikitten says. I like it too. Shurikitten says. Dude, it's so weird it's auto-correcting it even though I put Comey's Zion, it spells it right on TDS. Look.
Really?
Cher Curry says. There won't be a wall to paint because I'm gonna destroy them. Louis Guidetti says. Comey's Zion.
Sir Curry, do you want me to? Can I tell them what would happen with your thing? Because it is frustrating.
QFX says.
She lost the commission to
Sounds like it's
somebody who
going well.
was doing
Sherry
AI.
Kitten says.
So
Yeah, WTF is this using AI?
which she would have
Cher
done better.
Curry says. Sure.
Yeah, she gave me permission, but I already
Sherry
said
Kitten
it.
says.
Yeah.
Type that on YouTube.
So she doesn't have the commission, and that sucks. But so now she's going to destroy them, which
QFX
is
says.
good. That's what she should do.
Damn rip.
Yeah.
Sherry Kitten says. What OMG those losers.
Yeah, it's like
Cher Curry
they showed
says.
her a
He is using markers too, so it's cheaper. LOL.
markers.
Another person in line E8G says. Oh shit man, sorry to hear Sherry.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It's actually, when I heard it, I was actually pretty pissed off. I tried
Sherry
to play
Kitten
it cool.
says. Not me. LOL Curry.
This is the principle of it. It's the principle.
QFX says. Who TF hires someone and then hires someone else midway. Another person in line E8G says. Oh shit man, sorry to hear Cher Curry.
All right, that's the
Sherry
better
Kitten
angle.
says. I thought they already bought the damn Comey's Zion.
8369. Okay.
Sherry Kitten says. Ikra.
This might slow down the stream for a second
Cher
because
Curry
I need to
says,
get the internet on, but
I'm over it now. LOL.
turn the internet on. Get the browser open. Give me a second here. Try to be quick. Hopefully it's not slowing the stream down. I'm doing a different angle. I took several different angles of this,
Cher
and
Curry says.
I need to.
My revenge will be sweet.
Good.
Sherry Kitten says. I'm not over it, I'm just getting inside it now.
Hey, do you know the Jesus that was painted over? Remember that face? That's what you should do to them.
Sherry Kitten
Replace it with the
says.
middle finger.
How will you revenge?
See, 1 second.
QFX says. Yes, that one was awesome.
Yes.
Sherry Kitten says. I will help you. Cher Curry says. Nobody will forget that Jesus. That what makes a good work. Resolute Marshall says. Hi.
Save.
QFX says. Loki, I don't know how some stores are in business, they're so incompetent. Another person in line E8G says. Draw them in purgatory.
Take that off.
Cher Curry says. I'm hoping the other guy will fail.
Oh, you will make sure he failed because this is.
Sherry
I'm
Kitten
gonna put
says,
something up for
I
you.
don't get it, you can't AI a mural. Resolute Marshall says.
Yeah.
You gonna add something for channel points? QFX says.
Marshall, that's a great idea. Look, I am not savvy in terms of that. Y'all have to help me, but I'll definitely do something. Channel points.
Explain
we'll do
PLS fuel my
We'll
rage.
do push-ups. I don't know. We'll do something fun. Y'all just let me know. And you got to stay on me with this because I'm primarily drawing paint and screw my stream up. That's what I do. Technically.
Resolute Marshall says.
This type of stuff I don't know. Yeah, come up with stuff, man. And Sherry Kitten in the stream will she's on that stuff. She knows all about that stuff. Sherry
Sherry
Kitten.
Kitten says. Butt cam.
Butt cam. She wants the butt cam. We got the butt cam once, and everybody saw that I have a flat ass. That was the angle, okay? That was the angle of the camera. Ass isn't flat. Okay.
Sherry Kitten says.
This is
It'll help you, yes.
look. This right there
QFX says.
is what you will do.
At least you can admit it. Sheer
Go
Curry
backwards.
says. I made sketches, but when I said my price, they found someone else. LOL.
All right, Curry. Curry. There's your inspiration right below. That's what you're going to do to them. Now let me fix this picture. I need to switch this one out.
Fritter's
Browse.
Pencil says. Wow, nice portrait. Look like my wife.
Go.
QFX says. What was the price?
Critter.
Sheer Curry says. Did that lady get sued? King of Was left says.
I don't
Get in
know.
losers, he is risen.
All right. There we go. We got it. Okay, I know there's stuff all over the screen, but guess what? I don't care.
The person who used AI to sketch an example can't actually paint the damn mural, or they wouldn't have used AI.
That's common
so
sense.
WTF are they thinking?
99% of the cases.
Sheer Curry says. Under 2,000 for 2 murals and materials. Maybe too much, I really don't know.
That's not too much. You're talking about materials, time, and it was like 6 feet. I mean, it was big. It was very big. That's what she said. You're taking your time, and it's hand done. And it's gonna be up there.
Another
Hey,
person in line E8G says.
They're gonna have a shitty drawing.
Who's the saint people pray to for artists?
Just downloading the new picture. I'm doing a different angle. The one I switched it to. This is I need to fit it within the 8 by 10 inch. Fortunately, I took different angles of the church. So I'm getting one that's more front on this. It was too much to the side. Wouldn't have worked for this, I don't think.
QFX says. How does the rework look better than your best piece? Sherry Kitten says. Hand jobs are definitely worth a lot, they just can't afford it, so they're bitching. Using AI for hand jobs now.
We see what you did.
Sheer Curry says. You're not gonna paint this?
No, not gonna paint it. This is a drawing. This iPad is so freaking old. I need to get a new iPad. It's a headache to use. All right, got it. Now we have the same image. Not gonna paint this.
QFX says. I like how the face was kinda still okay, but she was all like, fuck it, let's rework that too. Sherry Kitten says. Shit, a painting of it would be easier.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Another person in line E8G says. Googled it, the patron saint of artists is Saint Catherine of Bologna, who was a 15th century nun.
Is it? I thought it was like St. Andrew or something. You're probably right. I don't want this. This needs to make compositional sense. I mean, this is that. Let me double check this because I am not sure I did this right.
QFX says. I can't believe you're cropping out the car.
8x10, right? Aha! This isn't the pencil I was using. Dang it! Where is it? Oh. Fine, whatever.
QFX says. Didn't you say you do a Mary painting for them for free? QFX says.
The church, I would
You.
definitely put. Yeah, sure. At this point, yes, I would. I definitely would. Get something in there better than what we have. Look up the interior of St. Leo Catholic Church, um, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Look it up in the interior, and then you look at the statues of Joseph and Mary in it, and you'll understand why I would do it for free. I'm tired of looking at them. It's like the hippies had their day, and they never got rid of these statues. They're horrible.
QFX
Horrible.
says.
Why?
Doesn't sound like it's worth a look.
It's not worth the look. It's not.
Another
But yeah,
person in line E8G says.
sucks.
Are you gonna use the 2-point perspective stiff?
Huh? 2-point perspective stiff?
Sharikitten says.
I don't know. I'm just drawing.
Was the Jesus overpaint an accident? Sheer Curry says. Wait, where
Read the
again?
story. Okay. 1 second. Try this up.
Louis Guidetti says. Winston-Salem, NC. QFX says. It was a random chick doing it, she thought she'd do them a favor lol, she was super cocky about it too, thinking it's an OT half bad.
She was crazy. She was somebody who was insane. And she screwed up. And I think the family of the painter obviously was much older, deceased, but the family was paying to have it restored, and they were going to have it restored. It was all set up, and this woman comes in and just created a masterpiece. Look, if it is a tragedy, but if a tragedy is going to happen, this is how you want it to happen.
I just see one Jesus statue.
Okay, so if you're looking, it has to be inside. There's the Sacred Heart statue of Jesus, that's with the red sash. I think that's in there. But
Sharikitten says.
there's
It looks like when I've been awake too long trying to render. I could see someone doing it as an accident.
yeah.
QFX says. It didn't really turn out to be a tragedy since that got them tons of publicity. People went there a lot to see it.
Did they really? I wonder if it's QFX. Find out if it's still around. Anyway, Curry, the statues are like connected to the wall, and like Mary's like doing some weird thing like this, and it's up on the left and the right. Like you have left and the right, and then you have, in the back you have the the altar and the tabernacle, all that stuff. So but to the left and the right, up top, up kind of up high, tacked to the wall, are two statues. They're hanging statues, and I think they're made of plaster or cat or plastic or something. It's very poorly done. However, in this, we actually have a beautiful statue outside of Mary.
QFX
It's the
says,
best piece.
last time I checked it was since it got so popular.
It's freaking hilarious. Oh gosh, it's so funny.
QFX says, I don't know if she was even an artist LMAO.
No, I don't think
Shurikitten
she
says,
was.
I didn't know Catholic has the tabernacle as well.
Catholic?
Richard Wyan
Yeah.
3728 says, now I understand the one on the right is what the restoration is. Holy shit.
But it wasn't the restoration. It was some crazy whack job who just went in. I think she went
King
at
of
night
Roslef
and did it.
says,
And the next day, everybody's
I
like, oh
hope
my God.
everyone had an excellent Resurrection Sunday.
I did. I hope you did too, man. Ooh. Okay. Shifting.
Shurikitten says, yeah, it was a nice Easter.
Good. Good, good.
Sher Curry says, you should paint Mary Magdalena.
I want to do paintings like that. I kind of need them for my head right now too, because I don't know if y'all have noticed, I've kind of lost my shit. And so it's actually, I love that stuff. Yeah.
Another
I'm gonna be
person in
doing it.
line E8G says, hope that reference print is large. QFX says, I noticed.
But
Beark108 says,
stick with it.
hey Louise.
Yo. What's up, Bear? How are you doing, man?
Sher Curry says, Louise.
A Comey sign? Louise has a Comey sign.
Beark108 says, same as your title for the video.
I just, at this point, oh, what's good for the algorithm? I need to put my keywords in. You know what? I don't even care.
QFX says,
Just say it like
I
it is.
saw some Mary Magdalena painting that I really like recently, especially the clothes and jewelry, thought
Oh,
about
yeah.
doing a copy.
Should. Definitely. Definitely should. I always endorse that type of work. I think it's very wholesome, healthy.
Berk108
It's
says,
good. People need
pour
it.
it
I
out.
need it.
Almond the painter says, whatever is bothering you, signore, know that it is also temporary and that you have us, your community.
Thanks, man.
The Lord will give the solution.
You are correct.
King of Was left says,
I appreciate
you
that.
could
Thank
make a painting of John beating Peter to the tomb. Looking real pleased with himself.
you. Yeah. He ran faster, but he ran faster than the. It is funny. If you can read that stuff, and there's humor to it. I know it's very dry sometimes reading, but there's a lot of humor in there. You just had to put it in. I beat you. It's like one of the most important times in history. I beat you. That's what he's. Oh, it is funny. All right.
Shurikitten says,
Once we get
yes,
this,
we are all here for you. And
guys,
ready for the
thank you.
buttholes should
That's
they
real.
show up, lol. Sheer Curry
I'm
says,
really fine though. I promise.
of course Lewis laughs at the Bible.
I do. It's funny. A lot of it's freaking hilarious if you look at it. Like, there's a lot of funny stuff in it.
QFX says, they don't wear dresses and jewelry like in the good old days anymore. Clothes nowadays aren't worth panting anymore.
I know. It's so trashy, especially here, man. I don't know how it is over in Germania, but here it's just like everybody's gone ghetto.
Sheer
It's just
Curry says,
ugly as shit.
exactly QFX.
There's like, yeah, people need to have like. I mean, look, I'm not one to talk, to be honest, but I'm saying there are people who dress
Another
worse
person
than
in
this.
line E8G
And if I go to
says,
a nice place, I'm
the
dressing nice
Lord
for it.
works in mysterious ways.
Like I'm dressing nice for it. There's a restaurant we go out to, Ryan's Steakhouse, extremely good. I always go in. I have my three-piece vest, coat, jacket, nice suit.
QFX says,
Go and have
bro
drinks.
literally walking around in a Marine Gayer shirt.
Shut up.
Almond
Okay.
the painter says, you said it, Lewis, people have gone ghetto.
They have.
King of Was
They
left
have.
says,
They
but
have.
Peter
It's
was the
horrible. It's
alpha by
ugly.
going in first. Put that in your back pocket and sit on it, John.
It's just like there's no standards for people, and they don't take
Sheer
care
Curry
of
says,
themselves. It's very
I
unattractive.
want to paint pretty dresses, not t-shirts.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. In portraits, you know. Did I ever give that dress back? Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Is this? Oh my gosh.
Shurikitten says,
I didn't.
lingerie is nice for that. Almond the painter says, also the fast fashion is not making full cut clothes anymore, butchering the appearance of both male and female. Sheer Curry says,
Yeah.
yes. QFX says, Sargent hit such a golden time for his art. Richard Wyant 3728 says, I want to paint some Frank Frazzetti stuff. Almond the painter says, what is so hard about putting on a shirt and a nice pair of pants?
I kind of want like suits and stuff to come back, and I would be wearing them too. Actually, one of my friends who helped me get the suits that I have two good ones. I need more. But like they're nice, they're fitted and stuff. They're not baggy or anything. They look good. And he dresses like that all the time, man. He's always he has a vest and everything that he wears. I mean, he just lounges in it.
QFX
It's really
says,
awesome. Like kind of back
I
in the
don't
20s,
even think
30s.
suits are worth painting, lol. I like armor.
Me
Sheer
too.
Curry says,
Definitely. But suits are better than
you
shirts.
should wear a suit to paint like the old masters.
I should.
Another person in line E8G says, and back in the 1500s getting dresses required a lot of work. Almond the painter says, I have a good and budget-friendly tailor in Belgrade if you are interested. Sheer Curry says, I'm wearing 2 sweaters right now. Shurikitten
Is it cold where you are right now?
I'm very particular about clothing since I sew. It teaches you about materials and proper garment construction.
Huh. Interesting. That is fascinating. Yes, yes, fascinating.
QFX says, you got a singer or some?
Got a singer or something? What are you talking about? But anyway, I mean, yeah, I mean, we need to bring fashion back. Stop being stupid. Stop being dumb.
Sheer Curry says, Cherie, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could make my own clothes. Almond the Painter says, I like my greatcoats. I have two nice ones. One
Nice.
is military issue.
Ooh.
Richard Wyant 3728 says, you will hate me. I grew up in South Cali and love jeans and t-shirts. Cherie Kitten says,
Oh, I do too, man.
yes. I also do thread painting, which is freehand painting with threads on a sewing machine.
But like, jeans and t-shirts are a step up from half the stuff you see now. It really is. Like, people just wear the stupidest shit. I mean, it's bad. It's gotten so bad.
Cherie Kitten says, the skill is amazing. I highly recommend learning sewing. It's like 3D modeling, you have to learn seams. Almond the Painter says, no hate, but Americans take the first place. Another person in line
No, I
E8G
agree.
says,
Like
in the Midwest, it's sunny but cold.
wait, Almond, first place in what? In what? Because I was going to say, like, looking trashy. Like, right now, I just think we're at a low, personally. And I'm not one of these people who bashes my country. I love my country.
Almond the
I
Painter
know it's in
says,
season.
bad fashion.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. 100%. That's my point. We've lost a sense of beauty. And you can't tell 2026 from 2016. There's been like no progress in terms
Cherie
of
Kitten
like
says, jeans
different
and
looks.
t-shirts can look amazing but must be constructed properly and have interesting colors and textures.
Like 2016, if you took a picture on the street, it's like you can't tell 16 from 26. It's crazy. It's never been
King
like
of
that.
Was Left says, I've watched enough Hallmark Christmas movies to know that whether or not I find love is strictly dependent upon whether or not I get a good peacoat and aggressively large scarf. Another person in line E8G says, we should see the wives jogging around the neighborhood anytime now, wearing skin-tight Marvel Comics pants. QFX says, Loki men's fashion hasn't developed since the suit, which is a shame.
Yeah.
Sheer Curry says, women can tell 2016 from 2026. Almond the Painter says,
Not here.
I am thinking about rocking an ascot tie during the summer.
Maybe we bring fashion back.
Cherie Kitten
Just
says,
maybe
2016 was drag era for basic bitches, so yes, we can tell. As for men, it was hipster era winding down.
I
Sheer
guess
Curry
that's right.
says, men should wear puffy white shirts and thigh-high boots again.
But yeah, you're right. You know what? The hipsters have kind of wound down some, haven't they? I wonder what they've become at this point. I don't know. That was weird.
QFX says,
Stupid.
LOL everyone, back to the pirate style.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on. This stuff is freaking nuts, man.
Almond the Painter says, a hipster better not cross my way.
I know, I'm tired of all that stuff.
Cherie Kitten says,
I am so
Curry
sick.
yes OMG and eyeliner.
Really? I mean, look, but these are like minor things. But my point is, like, remember, 80s to the 90s was different, right? 90s, you could tell somebody wearing like 90s clothes from like 2000. Like, there was a difference. But then after that, it kind of just, maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I'm not the best judge. I'm in here, gray walls. I have become Gollum. I don't recommend it. In fact, this is a cautionary stream. Don't do what I do. All right? Don't do what I listen. Don't do what I do because drive you insane. Being in here, gray walls. So I'm not one to talk about what's going on in the outside world. Ooh. Nope. Outside world. Am I scared of it? No. Always. You know what? My anger drives me. That's how I live. Is by my anger.
Another
Anybody who
person in
knows
line
me.
E8G says,
Anybody who knows me.
think Jeff is single-handedly doing the 1800s style in Peru. QFX says, damn right Mr. cuts his own hair.
Looks like 70s.
Shurikitten
Yeah, I
says,
do. I cut my own hair.
most things turned into just tan clothing. It was odd. We are just now starting to get 90s and early 2000s styles back, thank God.
Are we really? Is that what's happening?
Richard Wyan 3728 says, as a casino dealer, the outside world is not always so interesting.
You're a casino dealer? That's pretty cool, actually.
Another person in line E8G says, although we might be seeing Mad Max style in the near future.
I hope not.
Richard Wyan 3728 says, 35 years.
Dude, that's insane.
Shurikitten says, yes, before I would shop at Victoria's Secret and it was all tan everything. We finally got butterflies back. Beark108 says,
What, butterflies? What are you talking about?
back online? Almond the Painter says, I am rocking the 1910s full cut pants and shirts, plus a pocket watch because one can.
That's awesome. That is actually pretty cool. Okay. I'm going to attempt to, no, I'm not going to attempt. I'm going to do this. It's just, I need to shift this over just a little bit still. Just a little
Sheer
bit more.
Curry says, awesome Alman.
Yeah. This is why I'm doing this basic. See, I'm having to shift this over a little bit. Whoops, it's here.
Shurikitten says, butterflies on bras and panties and stuff. No stores had any of it till this year. It was banished because they didn't want women to have women's styles. We're body type
That's
2. So 10. Beark108 says, what church is that?
Oh yeah, body type 2. It's St. Leo's Catholic Church. St. Leo. Very good church. Very good priest right now. Extremely popular. Which we went through a dry spell for, in fact, the entire time I was there, up until like 3 years ago. Whoo, it was rough. Crazy. Do that there. That's it. And then this tower should be here. I think that should work.
Shurikitten says,
Tower's about that.
Richard, do casinos cheat at poker? I've always wondered because that game is more about skill and psychology.
All right.
Almond the Painter says, you should look up the Temple of Saint Sava in Belgrade, less the outside but the inner icons and frescoes.
Ooh. Some beautiful, beautiful icons. Belgrade, I'm sure. Shift.
QFX
Shift,
says,
shift, shift.
Lewis the kinda guy, when the donation bag is passed around he takes out $1 or $2 to pay for his WoW sub. Richard Wyant 3728 says,
Oh, I
Poker
did it
you
once.
play against other people, so do you mean do people cheat against each other? Another person in line E8G says, I think people laugh at me because my hairstyle kind of like a long-haired Superman hairdo, but then again people seem to always laugh at others, who knows. Shrikitten says, well, I've seen casinos have poker, so I'm not sure how that would allow the casino to cheat. Beark108 says, is it sketch for painting? QFX says,
No, it's not.
I cut my hair too, it's long though, basically only when it gets into my ass when showering. Almond the painter says, when people want to make fun of you, you just start preaching out loud and they will bounce.
Start preaching out like religious preaching. That does it most of the time. I remember in Georgia, there was a group of people, probably about 5 or 6 men, who were absolutely insane. I think like Baptist or something, or some denomination maybe they even came up with. And they were always saying, "You're gonna burn in hell for this. You're gonna burn in hell for," like it was
Shrikitten
just over.
says,
It was insane,
like
like
Peggy
crazy.
Hill, this is just the way God made me, LOL.
Peggy Hill was awesome. But like these people were like they were attacking. I remember. I mean, they attacked everybody. They were always downtown in Atlanta.
Almond the painter says,
It was
yes,
insane.
citing the Psalms for example.
Yeah, yeah. And you can do that in, you know, the reason why I like painting is because it's a gentle way of putting stuff across, right? So if you want to say that stuff, you can say it, make a beautiful painting, move people that way. Because
Sheer Curry says, I
words
have
don't
a
always
boggle
work.
trophy upon my bedroom shelf.
Do you
Beark108
really?
says, would be more fun to paint it, no.
Yeah, more fun. And I don't like I'm not a model of a person with that stuff. Now I'm trying to be better than I am. And so I'm not making excuses for myself, but I'm saying, you know, I'm making an effort to be good. I am. Um, but even so, even if like I just don't like preaching to people about if somebody wants to talk about theology, I'm totally up for it. Fine. Sometimes though it's just like, and especially if it's in the family, you can't say anything in your family about stuff, you know.
Shrikitten
You can't
says,
say that.
Curry is saying a line from King of the Hill.
Is she?
Randy Travis stole
Was
her
that
song.
okay? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Sheer Curry says, I feel like a lot of modern art lacks a story.
Yeah. I think modern art is fully emotional. It's overly emotional. I think I'm speaking generally here. Most people have become so emotional, and when you get too emotional, you can neglect your reason and study. And I think study and slowing yourself down and just learning to be creative in your boredom is extremely important, and that's what we lack. And so, consequently, I think a lot of work lacks story. It's like, oh, this looks cool. Look at this effect. Look at that. Oh, it was fun to do. Blah blah. But it's shit work. Everything sucks. You know. That's what I think it reflects the person. That's why, it's important to have a
Eric108
straight.
says,
It's hard. It's
I
not easy.
agree.
Yeah. And you can see that in movies and stuff. I mean, think
Almond the
about movies.
Painter
It's just like
says,
the
I
old
get
ones.
what you said about the subtle way of translating something with a painting can be quite impactful.
It can. And the other thing is, like, some people are called to speak to people. I think everybody should.
QFX
It's
says,
best to say so, but
I only paint expressive. If you
sometimes
do
it's
more
just
than 10
annoying.
strokes, it's overdone. Sheer Curry
Um,
says, I love how we all sound like boomers complaining.
I know. It's like, can you imagine when we're like in our 80s, how bad we're gonna be? Like we're better
108
better
says,
now. We're like, whatever.
I can only paint portraits to hold some discipline.
But taking the time to study and to know what you're doing is extreme, not just technique wise, but like telling a story and understanding
QFX
the
says,
painting, the story you want
that's
to tell.
just you because you lost the Comey's Zion to AI.
It's just every time you think of that, I want you to look at the Jesus painting that was done. That's what you're going to do. You're going to sneak in to that pizza restaurant and do that to the hand. Actually, they might do it themselves, because if they have to use AI to get that thing done and that impresses the store owner doesn't make the connection. Well, shoot, if they were using AI, does that mean that they're insufficient to the work? That has to cross their mind.
Sheer Curry says,
So,
this is my origin story.
Shakuri, if you were an X-Men, what superpower you think you'd have? I want to hear this one. Which one would you want, right? What superpower would you want? Or you can see yourself having. It should be a good answer. She's very creative. She is in she's in touch with her humor. She's strong in the side in the humor. She's thinking. Good. Take your time. Take your time, young one. Young Padawan.
Sheer Curry says,
Here we go.
make other people disappear.
And that makes perfect sense to me.
QFX says,
See that?
she's looking up Sman KEKW. Richard Wyan 3728 says,
Just looking up that.
ouch. Sheer Curry says, I probably should have QFXLMAO. Shuri Kitten says, where does gesture drawing fit in with painting? Because you can make something academically perfect but it's not visually interesting because it lacks gesture, right?
So gesture drawing comes in the technical side and also comes in the compositional side. And it makes things more interesting. So you can do a figure that's just like this, or you can do something like
Sheer
this.
Curry says, XMAN has a good beard. QFX says,
X-Men has a good beard.
Shed be Prof X.
So even within form
QFX
and the anatomy,
says,
there's gesture. So that's
just
the technical
allocate
side.
everyone and erase them.
But it's learning to see these things and to understand and get an aesthetic sense, like something that you prefer, and you can push that artistically later, right? Sometimes you can exaggerate the gesture a little bit, but that comes down the road. When you're studying at first, you just want to literally, you want to strive for understanding, but you want to do it as faithfully as you can. So you shouldn't exaggerate, I think, when you're first learning, because you're trying to see the proportions. But once you're able to see everything, like the lines, everything perfectly, then push the gestures. It comes in technical and artistic, both of them, and compositional. All right, it does, because you like a figure might not work in a on a certain part of the painting, but if you slightly put them in more of it, like if the flow of the painting is going this way and the figure's like kind of like this, that's not going to work. But if you have them kind of like doing something like this, where their head's kind of sinking into it, like a woman, her hips kind of coming out that way, then you can make it work. So it's both. You know, just how it is. It comes up some, I think. Maybe. It's looking a little bit better. That's a very good question. Shooting me a random questions here and there. Random questions. Very good, very good. Starting to think, she's thinking the cogs are turning, albeit slowly they turn. Because she's retarded, but
QFX says,
we're with her.
nice drawing, is that a waffle?
Shut up. Shut up, you dummy. Shut up, you dummy. Didn't almost trip. That was intentional. Can I get that line?
Berk108 says, I think what is most interesting is use and combination of color on painting. Sheer Curry says, blue waffle. QFX says, nice dodging, mage nerfs till Ock is over.
AWC. Everybody's saying nerf mage, nerf mage. I get it. I get it. Do you really think they care about AWC? I would think they care more about World First.
Richard Wyan 3728 says, random question.
Yes.
Did
Yes.
dinosaurs smell their own farts?
Yes, they did.
Shurikitten says, have you seen Patrick Jones? He does a lot very expressive gesture drawing, but I like it. I do wonder though, what stage is gesture? Bargu is stage 1, then gesture?
Yeah,
QFX
it
says,
is pretty much stage
they
1.
aren't nerfing shit till it's over in a month plus LOL, they'll take anything as excuse to not do shit.
You know, I hope they nerf mage so that people just can start bitching and complaining about it as much as I do. Because apparently they're S tier, but I can't get out of the 1300s. So I guess I'm missing something. All right.
Alman the Painter says, Lewis, did
Yo.
you read anything from Raymond Chandler?
No. No, I didn't.
QFX says, they're good in 3s since RMP is completely broken, also fire is prob just better.
Fire got a combustion nerf.
Future Oil Painter says, YouTube is lagging.
It is. It's on YouTube's end. My bars say the stream is good.
QFX says, yeah, but even after is ridiculous during combust.
It is. Yeah. I mean,
Future Oil Painter says,
I guess, I don't know.
is it too late to crash your cousin's wedding? Shurikitten says,
It's never too late.
I'm not seeing lag on my end.
Yeah.
Sheer Curry says, Patrick Jones is insane. QFX says, how many rogues do you see in 2s? It must be insane. Sheer Curry says,
I don't know. I'd lose to everything.
Good.
It doesn't matter. Literally lose to everything.
Shurikitten says, yeah, I love to hear him speak about art. You can tell he has passion and cares about what he does. Future Oil Painter says, when the priest says, is there anyone here who objects? I'd like to bang on the doors and yell no.
There we go. That's what I wanted right there.
QFX says. Sounds like a good OL time. Apparently everyone who doesn't play Rogue RET or Windwalker is getting shit on by those though.
I don't know, man. All I know is that all the guys are up way past 1600. They're pushing pretty high, and they got there effortlessly. And if that's why I won't play with them, because if I do, I tank the rating, and I feel horrible.
Future Oil Painter says.
So I'm not gonna do it
You
anymore.
said you loved me, you lying bitch, lol.
What are you talking about?
QFX says. Yeah, cause they play the broken shit. Windwalker is broken, disc is broken, OFC they're fun.
I don't think that's it at all. I don't think that's it at all. Like, and look, I just think that I think that's only true to a point, but when I can't get past, like, I'm like 1350 right now. I cannot win. And then they're up in the 16, 1700s, just destroying people. I think that's, that's not their class. Like, they're good players, and like they're really damn good. That's my point.
QFX says. I mean, Vok and Zav are also good players, that's just how it is. I heard at 1600 you get only Glads plus now.
I mean, last season, all we got was Glads, QFX. I mean, it's been that way. It's nothing new, but now I don't know, man. What's tricky is I'm having trouble navigating this, because, like, relating it to art. In art, if I'm bad at something, I'm like, okay, you got to practice it. But if I mess up in it, there's no harming anybody.
Kitten says. What kind of paper are
This
you
is
using for this
Bristol.
sketch?
This is Bristol paper. This is good paper. Let me show you. Like QFX, I'm like, I need practice, but if I practice, I'm going to tank the rating, and I don't want to do that. Like, I mean, tank it. Like, they'll drop 200 points. This is the paper I'm using, and I feel so awful when that happens. And then I get angry at myself, and then that's just not a good thing. And the problem is it's late at night, and late at night I'm extra pissed off. This is very good paper, by the way, guys.
Future Oil Painter says.
This is very good paper.
I think there's a strong chance after tonight you guys might have no choice but to play Zelda with me. We can stream ITLL, be fun. Sheer Curry says. I love Strathmore. Kitten says. Oh, I've had that before, yes.
It's very good paper.
Kitten says.
So let me show you what
I can confirm, don't use watercolor on that.
No, that is not absorbent. So you don't want to use watercolor, definitely. And charcoal probably doesn't work either on it. This is the paper that I've been using just to...
I think they have a mixed media paper. Kitten says.
This is my sketch.
It bends LOL. QFX says.
Yeah.
Looks like one page is gonna cost more than everything together I've painted on yet.
Yeah, the Bristol's a little bit more expensive. It comes with 20 sheets, but I do that for, like, the good drawings. But this right here is, like, these I use for, like, my drawing class and stuff. And you can still get good sketches. Like, I could still do a very good, I can do this drawing on this too. I mean, Strathmore has good paper, I think. Very good paper. But that sketchbook is what I've always used just to mess around with.
What about the Canson paper?
Canson paper is very good. And you can kind of make decent Canson paper is good. Yeah.
Beark108 says. It's not expensive paper.
The Strathmore sketchbook wasn't that expensive. It was like, I don't know how much I paid. Pretty much, I think I probably paid almost the same price for both those.
Sheer Curry says.
But
Canson is my favorite.
yeah, Canson's nice. Canson's nice because you can get those big sheets, and also you can do charcoal with them. You can't push the values as far, but you can still do it. Yeah, QFX. Anyway, I'm trying to get better. I just don't know how because the only way
Sheer
to do it
Curry
is to do
says.
arena. But if I do, I'll
I
take the
always
rating.
use the Canson Croquis one for quick sketches.
So I'm thinking that I just do
Shurikitten says.
skirmishes.
How come your Vine charcoal always breaks?
My Vine charcoal? I have Vine charcoal, but I don't like Vine. I use.
Sheer Curry says. Because of his strong biceps.
Eh.
QFX says. Do you know how to abuse MMR inflation?
I know that one of the tricks people use is they have two tunes. They push with one, and then once they get up and start losing a little bit, they'll stop and
QFX
then get
says.
another one and start going up.
Add.
Is that it?
Shurikitten says. What is the difference between regular and Vine charcoal?
I don't know. Maybe somebody could answer that. I think Vine's probably just like less refined or something. I don't know. To me, it seems more porous and just maybe it's just a different part of the tree. I don't know. Should I know? Yes, I should know. But I also don't care. But I should care. I really should. Okay. Anyway, I like this paper. This is good paper. All right. Ugh, buildings, man. How am I always
QFX
drawing
says.
buildings?
Back.
Didn't even know you were gone. Oh, add. You said add. I thought that was a typo.
Future Oil Painter says. Add time.
Oh yeah, y'all are at Twitch. That's the thing. It's like
Shurikitten
Twitch
says.
is better because they don't.
Get brave LOL. Future Oil Painter says. Marines want me to sign up.
Really?
QFX says. I didn't hear your MMR inflation answer at all.
Okay.
Shurikitten says. OMG, you were in the Marines XD.
So, what I was saying was, I know that a lot of the rank ones have two tunes and then they push with one until they get up like really high, and then if they start losing, they'll switch to the other one, push up, and they'll push past that other rating. They start losing, then they go
Future
again with the
Oil
other
Painter
ones.
says.
Is that what you're talking about?
Nope, I was in the submarines, the real Marines.
Ooh, submarine. Of course you were.
Shurikitten says. How did you pee?
That's
King
your
of
question?
Left says.
That's what you asked?
I was working, so I'm very late to the fashion conversation. I dress like a hillbilly harlot, every sleeve of every t-shirt cut off, often barefoot, and I don't want to brag, but at least once every 31 months a lady will swipe right on me. Future Oil Painter says. I remember one guy would wear a t-shirt that said Submariners Go Deeper LOL. QFX says. Basically what they do is play to how high they can get in HTE bracket they want rank 1 on, to let's say 2500, then they don't touch that bracket on that tune till last week of season and get to 3,100 for free.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, but if you can get up there to begin with, right? I mean, that's tough. But those guys, here's the other thing. Those guys are damn good too.
QFX says, you get like 15 a week for free.
It makes sense. This angle's off.
Sheer Curry says, I dress like someone's mom in the 70s. QFX says, if you sit on a tune at 1900 at the start you can get 2500 at end of season for free. Sherry Kitten says, I dress like a slut. QFX says, that's not a bad thing.
Dress like a slut.
Future Oil Painter says, oh, we had a regular bathroom, everything was made of stainless steel though.
So do y'all see how I'm sculpting these lines? This will help you in your painting. All right.
Sherry Kitten says, yeah, you just wait in person, you'll see LOL.
When you come to the class, see this? So I shape it how I want, and then I can go and kind of refine the lines
says,
a little bit, so I don't always need
Sherry
to
gonna
draw
visit
them
all titties out.
correctly.
Sherry Kitten says, yep.
Well, I'll look forward to that. It's like Jonathan comes to dressed like a slut. He has like the high cut
Sheer
off
Curry
jeans.
says, Brian wouldn't
Oh
care.
yeah, I know. I was about to do a Brian joke, then I pulled my. The thing is, he's not gay, which is why this is so funny.
Sherry
I'm
Kitten
always trying to
says,
figure him out.
we will teach you the ways.
Teach you the ways. The ways of what?
Not OCA
Just the
says,
ways. Okay.
Autopa soup.
You're trying to get me to say something.
Future Oil Painter says, I think the Gria philosopher Bebus and Butthead taught all of us that sluts are cool. Sherry Kitten says, slut dressing.
Slut dressing. What type of dressing would you like on your salad? Slut dressing, please. Slut
Not
dressing.
OCA says, Autopus.
Were you on about Autopus? Were you on about Oka? So what's going on? What's the good word, my friend? What are you up to?
Sheer Curry says, come.
Screw, what are you saying?
Not OCA says, octopus.
Octopus.
Sherry Kitten says, Beaver and Buford are wise and love to get caught in the tool shed spanking their monkey and choking their chicken. Not OCA says, good just doing keys. Sherry Kitten says, yes come.
But why is she Curry saying?
Says, is that an order? Sheer Curry says,
what's going on?
Slut dressing is cum.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's just. Thanks, Curry. Sorry, I should have picked that one up.
Sherry Kitten says,
That's good.
how do you say come in Netherlands?
Yeah, we need to know this.
Sheer Curry says, I guess literally come in. Sheer Curry says. Sperma. King of Was left says. I don't want to sound like a gay or nothing, but I think unicorns are kick-ass. Sherry Kitten says. You've never had to say it to a guy.
Say it to a guy? Why would you have to say it to a guy?
Future Oil Painter says. I'm painting the fam dog, who is possessed by a sneaky demon, fools everyone else with cuteness, but I see right through him.
Seems about right.
QFX says. Asking the important questions. Sherry Kitten says. Komen on me tits. Sheer Curry says. I don't have to say it. Sheer Curry says. Orkler Komen is better. Sherry Kitten says. What is Kler? Sheer Curry says. It's hard to translate.
I'm sure it is.
King of Was left says. Instead of saying I'm coming, I tell them oh 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 I'm arriving, oh 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 I'm here. Future Oil Painter says. Komen is the Spanish word for eat, so you said eat on my tits. Sherry Kitten says. That can be fun too. Sheer Curry says. LMAO. QFX says. Wouldn't it be calm? Sherry Kitten says. Curry, why do you speak Spanish in Netherlands? QFX says. Cause in German it would be calm. Sheer Curry says. The Spanish ruled the Netherlands, maybe that's why. Sherry Kitten says. Did they? Sheer Curry says. Calm could work too. Sherry Kitten says. Are you part Spanish then? Not OCA says. YouTube fails. Sheer Curry says. No.
YouTube fails?
Sherry Kitten says. Cause some Spanish guy did your grandma back in the day. Sherry Kitten says. So aren't you Spanish? Future Oil Painter says. Just saw a movie about that time in history called Alatriste. Sheer Curry says. No, they just ruled the Netherlands. Not OCA says. What's a good size? Not OCA says. Load.
You guys. Oh, man.
Sherry Kitten says. They didn't bang anybody? I'm surprised. Sheer Curry says. They just banged their own family. Share Curry says. The Habsburg family. Shurikitten says. 1024 Mbps. QFX says. OCA asking the important questions about size. Shurikitten says. Oh shit, they were inbred. Share Curry says. Yes, really bad lol.
Whoops. Shucks. That's not it. Something like that. Okay.
QFX says. Aren't those the dudes with the huge chins and shit? Share Curry says. Yes. Shurikitten says. We don't learn anything about the Netherlands here, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Share Curry says. Rude, they should. Future oil painter says. While watching that movie, was thinking how could anyone concentrate enough to do any oil painting with constant war around them.
Which movie was this?
Shurikitten says. I would love to learn about your people XD. Not
Shakira, you
OCA
need
says.
to tell us about your people.
Family from Kentucky. Not OCA says. Blue.
Tell us about your people, Shakuri. Educate us.
Not OCA says. Fugates. King of Was left says. I think we should switch to the metric system. 20 centimeters sounds way better than 4 inches. QFX says.
Yeah,
Tell us all about dem Dutch.
Yeah.
Shurikitten says. Are those the clog people? Future oil painter says. A latrist. QFX says. Oh yeah, they used to clog stuff up in the bathhouses in Bruilig. Share Curry says. The Dutch was one of the last countries to abolish slavery but the first to legalize gay marriage. King of Was left says. 10 centimeters, sorry to lead you all on. Shurikitten says. So lots of gay slaves then.
Some gay slaves.
Share Curry says. In the dark.
In the closet, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
QFX says. A hole is a hole in the dark. Shurikitten says.
Is that how you
Do they
rationalize it?
have closets in the Netherlands? Not OCA says. If she can't. Not OCA says. Depth throat. Not OCA says. You good. Share Curry says. No. We don't wear clothes. Future Oil Painter says. New York was first owned by the Dutch, but the English forced them out.
That's why Mel Gibson did so many bad movies against
Sherry
England.
Kitten says. Oh, I didn't know that.
It's just gonna be a second, guys. Give me a second.
Sherry Kitten says. Is it cold in the Netherlands? Cher Curry says. You guys don't learn about New York in school? Not OCA says. Did you going camping without me?
Our education system is not too good right now. It's gone downhill the last 20, 30 years. But I went to a good school, actually. I used to be more versed in history, but as it is, we were taught all this stuff, but it's been
QFX
so long.
says. Look at this dude being all spent and shit after an hour working this waffle. Cher Curry says. What do you guys learn in history class?
History?
Not OCA says. 30 years.
It's been,
Sherry
30
Kitten
years.
says.
Yeah.
Nope. We
So our
learned
public
about
school
Native
system is
Americans
horrible.
got their land taken. And black people were slaves, and we were told Nazis didn't happen. You're banned from speaking about it, LOL.
It's just, yeah, they kept on lowering the standard to make it look like they were passing, right? And so, and to get people into the school, and like, yeah, I went to a private school actually for several years of my
QFX
life.
says.
It was very good.
That's kinda surprising. Future Oil Painter says.
And then when I went to public,
Lewis went to the Boys Academy.
went to the Florence Academy for Boys.
QFX says. Well, private school, what a rich ass.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. It was a very good school. Very good school. Spoiled. It was like they were down to earth. It wasn't like
QFX says.
stuck up or
Was
anything.
it boys only? QFX says.
No.
That would explain a lot.
It's honestly how school should be. It was the teachers were very good teachers, and the curriculum it was
Curry says.
extremely difficult.
It was boys only, not by choice. Sherry Kitten says. He's now in the boys' book but doesn't know it 10 years later. King of Wasleft says. Women used to tell me we size doesn't matter, and I think they truly believed that. Until some other dude came along and did the exact same thing that I did with 3 more inches. Critter's Pencil says. There is some echo, sound is repeating on YouTube.
Is it? Okay, I'll check it out in a second.
QFX says. LMAO, young Lewis only wearing a scarf in the book.
Excuse me. The weirdest fashion trend I did is like for like a couple months I thought it was cool to wear a handkerchief on my head.
Cher Curry says.
That didn't
LMAO, a
last long.
floral scarf. Future Oil Painter says. Did you have to say, thank you sir, may I have another?
No, shut up.
Sherry Kitten says. King of Wasleft, I'm a BDSM educator. You need help with this? LOL, pleasure goes beyond inches. Not OCA says. Central Park is 843 acres, larger than the country of Monaco. Cher Curry says. I bet you wore a fedora. Windy City 1828 says. Hi there.
No. When they say what's up, I do have a fedora though, but I don't wear it. What did I wear? Trying to see if I have any scarves here.
Shurikitten says. He wore the Seinfeld puffy shirt. QFX says. You
They're
tell us all about that pleasure.
Oh, jeez. I think I have a beret here though. Check. I'll get back to the drawing. I just needed to. My knee's been swollen for some reason, so I'm trying to take care of it. I have a
QFX
Chinaman hat
says.
for some reason. I don't know why.
Does it include the vibrating hand? Sheer Curry says. Shuri, I love that shirt. Not OCA says. You Lewis, did you fold your taper bottom jeans? Shurikitten says. Me too.
Second, okay.
Sheer Curry says. Keep that hat on, please.
So I found.
Shurikitten says.
Do y'all remember that
That
I
and
did a
with
video?
chest showing, my God.
This
Men need to learn fashion.
I bought these off Amazon as a skit in one of my old drawing videos. Remember, I was like the model in it. I was like wearing the short shorts and stuff for it. The guy with the hair. Found this. I
Windy
also
City
have
1828 says. Is this stream called Fashion with Luth?
Louis. We're talking about fashion and we're talking about other things which I won't go into here because we're fucking drawing a church. Y'all are talking about all sorts of stuff, which is fine, but I'm just saying.
Shurikitten says. Oh yes, Speedo.
Do y'all remember the Heavyweights, Ben Stiller, that movie? These are for skits. Maybe I'll reactivate that
King of
later. All right, let's
Wasleft
get back to
says.
drawing.
What are you talking about? Louis Guidetti wearing a handkerchief on your head sounds very, very cool.
It sounds cool, but when you do it, it doesn't look
QFX
cool.
says.
And it took me about
I
2
used to
months.
wear Speedos at the swimming club.
Sure you did. Sure you did. It made me go faster. Yeah, I'm sure it did. Probably did. All right. Okay. Now
Sheer Curry says.
this needs to drop.
It sounds extremely ridiculous.
Or
Futury Oil Painter says. Dodgeball. Not OCA says.
it's hilarious.
What city has the
It's not
best
dodgeball.
pizza? Seattle greater than all.
I don't know.
Beark108 says. Coco Louise.
Coco Luis? Coco? No, heavyweights. Heavyweights. Shakari, have you seen heavyweights? Heavyweights? Heavyweights. This has Ben Stiller back in the mid early 90s. Lars. Look up heavyweights and type in Lars, Lars, and just look up some clips of him. That guy is my hero.
Sheer Curry says.
Reminds me of you, Shakari.
What in the world is Coco Louise?
I don't know.
Sheer Curry says. I have not.
Oh, shit.
QFX
you gotta
says.
see it. Oh!
That was 50 years ago though. Nowadays I'm already spent after getting up. Futury Oil Painter says. Who wants oatmeal? I have some.
Stick of
King of
oatmeal.
Wasleft says.
So much.
I used to wear Speedos to school, the golf club, it made me go faster.
Have y'all seen, what was it? Um, the Ass Penny skit by who did this? Um, Living Color. In Living Color, I think. Was it Living Color? Or it wasn't the kids
Sheer
in the
Curry
hall.
says. Is Lars German?
He's they asked him where he was from, and he's like, I'm from very, very far away. But
Not
I
OCA
think he's like
says.
Dutch. He could have been
Hey you
German.
guys.
What's up, Oka? He could have been, but he was so.
Almond the Painter says. I only watch Scoobert to Bird.
It's like very far away. Where are you from? Far away. It's like I
Not
must warn
OCA
you. When I
says.
sleep, I make a
Goonies.
very disturbing noise. Do not be alarmed. I have a deviated septum. Look.
Almond the
It's a good
Painter
movie.
says. Gooners.
Goonies. Do not be alarmed.
QFX says.
Hmm.
The Germans are usually the quiet type, but we have the dirtiest fantasies.
No,
Sheer Curry
not
says.
you.
LMAO I need to watch this.
It's great. It's great. It's a movie about like it's a fat camp. Like these kids get sent to fat camp, so you can imagine the jokes. And Ben Stiller is trying to film an infomercial, and he's never interacted with children before, and he takes over the camp at the last second and turns it into just like the sweatshop. It is so funny. Attention campers, lunch today has been canceled due to lack of hustle.
Sheer Curry
Deal
says.
with it.
Wait, is it a kid's movie?
No, it's not. It's not a kids movie. The kids in it are like they're I don't know, 12, 13, 14. They're good. It's not a kids movie. No. It's not. It's hilarious. Oh, it has the dad from
QFX
Arrested
says.
Development in it.
You know that scene in Step Brothers where Will Ferrell drags his nuts over his brother's drum set? Sheer Curry
Yes.
says.
Yes.
It's from Disney.
Yeah, but before Disney was as gay as they are. Like they did a really good job. Okay? Like just trust me on this one. It's
Almond the
it's so
Painter
great.
says.
It is so great.
The Germans should try explaining the German comic Otto to Louis.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Otto? Oh, don't know what that is. There's much I don't know.
QFX says. And when they cut to this dude who shows his oiled up ABS and it was obviously someone else's body LMAO.
What was that
Not
from?
OCA says.
Living Color.
Living Color Superhero The Adventures of Handyman.
What is that? But seriously, look up ass pennies. It's a funny skit, and it was done in one take. One take. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was improvised. It
Windy
is
City 1828 says. I watch Liar Liar with
Oh
Jim
yeah,
Carrey, he's hilarious.
yeah. Jim Carrey's great. I love him. Oh,
QFX says. Step Brothers, the one brother they didn't like and he came to the treehouse.
the scene in that when they're singing in the car. Remember that? You're flat. You're flat.
Future
I
Oil
paid all
Painter
this money.
says. Does that have anything to do with the beer ladies of Oktoberfest? Not OCA says. That was the best.
The singing scene in Step Brothers was freaking like.
QFX says. I didn't watch the whole movie unfortunately.
QFX, do you know what I'm talking about though? Do you know what I'm talking about? If not, just look it up. And that guy, I don't know his name. He was in uh, Parks and Rec, right? Parks and Rec. I love
Not
that
OCA
actor.
says,
He's so funny.
I like when that wife uses the urinal.
Did she? I don't even remember that.
QFX says,
His wife's
no,
hilarious.
I just know Will Ferrell talks some dirty stuff to his stepmom in the car.
You have to watch the whole movie with that. There's so many good things in it. Honestly, I'm very tempted to put it up, but it will destroy the stream because Firefox, I don't know what's going on with it. I open one window, it says like 12 instances. So I don't know what's going on.
Beark108 says, Michelle Obama?
What was that in it?
QFX says, I don't know a good site anymore where I can watch shit for free, it's a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, Step Brother. I don't know where you would find that one right now. Well, actually, Shudder Mia can help you with that. I think she's an expert with all that stuff.
Sinfucking says, yo, you still trolling kids in WoW? Share Curry says, buy a DVD player.
Wait, Sin, I think
Not OCA
text-to-speech
says,
is reading
boats and holes.
your name like
QFX
kind of.
says, funny though when his brother told him he can touch everything but the drums at but OFC that's the only thing he's interested in. Share Curry says, DVDs are so cheap now.
Yeah, they are. Sin, yeah, but I haven't really been. I'm still playing, but there hasn't been the opportunity, I guess, to mess with people. Plus, nobody's fun. Everybody's just like, just ignore them. Actually, I could be trolling people. I think it's very easy to get a couple of those people. But also, nah, I just feel like my IQ drops too much dealing with them. Maybe I should. Maybe that's what's missing in my life right now.
What movies? Yiffy, but their download.
Talking about
VPN too.
Step Brothers with Will
QFX
Ferrell.
says, and when they built that bed and Will got in and it crashed down LMAO.
That was hilarious.
Sinfucking says, the most unhinged of them are easy to troll.
Do you hear how it pronounces Sin's name? Sin, say something else, and listen to how his name is said. Just say anything.
Sinfucking says. Sinfucking. Sinfucking says. Ah ha ha ha.
You hear it? They're not. He's not pronouncing the L in it. Yeah.
Shurikitten says.
It's great.
Sinfucking LOL, you got a stripper name from TDS.
This is unreal. It's great. Sorry. Like, you ask a question, and then all I hear is your name. Yeah, they're extremely easy to troll. And here's the thing. They think I'm still doing it too to them. Because they think that I'm somebody else.
Lewith Fuking.
Anyway. Yeah, so I'm not messing with them right now. Kind of like, started feeling a little bad. Like, they might actually be retarded, so I'm going to stop messing with them for a while. They'll come back. I always come back. Always do something to them. They deserve it. This is off. This is totally off. Draw this piece. If this
Shurikitten says,
was up.
WTF, that's the name spelling. Lewis Folking. QFX says, I thought about renaming to my warrior's name on Twitch.
Dude, you should. Why not? You're so proud of that.
Beark108 says, why are you drawing that church?
Because my cousin's getting married, or rather their kid is getting married, so my cousin wants me to draw this for them.
Retarded people deserve to be trolled too.
This is true.
QFX says, I thought we'd call ourselves our WoW names now. QFX says. Kreen.
Kryn, yeah. Well, I want to play with Shikari for some reason. I think she'd be fun to play with. It'd be fun having her in there. She'd be just so lost. Like, what's going on? It's a way for her to take out her anger on all the noobs. Don't do it, Shikari. It's not worth your time. It's a waste of time. Don't do it. Don't do it.
QFX says. Another priest, just repairing gear after every game. Sheer Curry says.
That was funny.
You just want someone worse than you. Beark108 says.
I think you'd be fun to play with.
Marriage is impermanent but divorce lasts forever. QFX says.
Does
That's
it though?
Kidna difficult to find.
QFX is right now. I am going through a very rough time. That's okay. I'll get past it. I don't have a solution out of this right now. It's like the solution is just to play more, but I don't want to play with. Now, if I play with the guys, I'm going to tank the rating. So now I feel bad. So I don't know what to do.
QFX says.
I don't know what to do.
LMAO Xerxes late PMS don't get answered anymore.
No, he would. I mean, he would play with me. They would. I don't know if Val will now because he's trying to push. He is trying to push his rank. I just can't believe that.
Not OCA says.
I'm having a
Do
hard time.
blitz. King of
I don't want to
Waslep
do blitz.
says. If
Maybe
a
I
tree
should.
falls in the woods, and no one is around to hear it, a hipster will buy the album.
Right.
Not OCA says. Do blitz.
Yeah. Hey Oka, if you see me on, are you playing? What tune are you playing?
QFX says. Right now there isn't much to pook. MMR is really deflated.
No, but I can be doing better than what I'm doing.
Not OCA says. My main.
Is your main a boomkin or a warrior right now? I think it's your boomkin, right?
Not OCA says. O.C.A.
I know, but what class is that? Because I always mix everything up because you play quite a few different ones.
Not OCA says.
The druid.
Druid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just want to duel people, and if you know of anybody who's like melee, who's very good, I need to learn how to kite. Because I can't. I'm having such a hard time against melee right now. It's melee that's doing it for me.
Future Oil Painter says. When are you gonna start streaming at night? QFX says. LOL, you only know one guy who's stupid enough to main warrior. Not OCA says.
Warrior's very good when you know how to manage your cooldowns. When you fought me, you just ran in like you were trying to walk and just hit me. That's not going to work. And you played for a month. They're actually very strong. Well, they need to be stronger right now. Warrior's not in a good place, I don't think. They need to be stronger. But there's some good ones out there, man. Gears. What's he playing right now?
Not OCA says. Dual Gears.
Yeah, I'll
QFX
definitely duel
says.
him. I need
They gutted Demolish. That was the only excuse to play this mess.
Don't talk to me about gutting. Mage got gutted. I know everybody loves it, but I hate it.
King of Waslep says.
I'm not gonna quit. So.
I mained a warrior. And also your mom's.
That's a good answer, and I respect you for saying that. Yeah, I need a fight. Xavier had a Death Knight. I was just dueling him a lot. I got a lot of duels in with him.
Not OCA says. Enhanced Shaman.
Enhance, okay. That'll definitely be a good fight. Yeah, enhance, that's a melee. Extremely strong burst. Gears is insane. That's who I need to be practicing against.
Future Oil Painter says. Lewis, do you charge less for a drawing based on sheet size? QFX
I don't
says.
go off sheet size. And
I mean Warrior is low-key the worst class for 1v1, except maybe Enhance.
I think you watch rank ones too much. I think you just need to play the game, and it's a different perspective. Um, I I don't charge based off sheet. I should be charging more. And I have determined, guys, after this drawing, the last
Not
one I just
OCA
did,
says.
I'm not doing any more
The
drawings.
best rated BG team is rocking to death with Fury Warriors. All the other teams are dodging.
I think they neglected PvP somewhere. They'll bring it in. They just had too much to work on before. But anyway, I don't know. But yeah, so with this stuff, drawings aren't worth my time. Painting is worth my time. Painting you can charge money for, and you can get that money, you can get them done quicker, and you can make them look better, potentially. Drawings take too much time, and they're not worth the time that I'm putting into it. So look, I'll still do drawings on stream, sketches. If I'm
Cher
doing
Curry
sketches,
says.
practices,
How does one even shade a house with pencil?
I mean, you can it's too meticulous. It's this whole thing. And plus, this type of stonework's a
Not OCA
nightmare.
says. Death Wish. Cher Curry says. Or Church. King of Was left says. I was just joking. I did main a warrior for a while but in PvE and battlegrounds. Beark108 says. People pay bull for drawings.
And that's interesting, Oka. I didn't know that the Death Wish, Fury Warriors, all the other teams are dodging. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like
Future Oil Painter
really
says.
discouraged right now on that.
Yeah, was gonna say drawings take just as long as painting.
Like sometimes they take longer, and it's not worth my time. But this is for my cousin, so I was like,
QFX
okay, because
says,
otherwise I wouldn't have done this.
LOL, you can't pull Death Wish in arena. QFX says. Especially not in this rogue meta.
I was watching Aegis play. Do you know who he is, QFX?
Beark108 says.
He's extremely
While
good.
drawing take longer and require more skill.
No, they both okay. Both of them require a lot of skill because painting you can push further with, but I think it
QFX
requires
says,
that much skill. But yeah,
no,
I think it's a
what
little
does
bit.
he play?
He plays Frost Mage. Watch him play. He's very good. He'll make you think that it needs to get nerfed, but what he's doing is extremely hard. But he goes up against rogues all the time and beats them. I don't know how to do what he does yet, but I've been watching him.
Not OCA says. You could with a prod pally.
I'm not playing prod in PvP. That would make more sense. My class right now is extremely hard to kite with. You can't really kite anymore, so I have to learn a different style. So anyway, but with drawing, it's yeah, drawing and painting both require a lot of skill. It's just painting, I think you can push it further. You have color,
QFX
values,
says.
go further with.
I
But
heard Pika complain that mages have invis for every stun DRLOL.
they do, especially if they're a night elf and they have like the shadow meld, which everybody seems to be running right now. It's just drop target, drop target,
Not
drop
OCA
target.
says. Fury Warrior prod pally are druid.
Yeah, that's a strong comp. We actually came up
says,
against that the other
I
night.
would want this as a painting. Future Oil Painter says.
Yeah, I can see that, Shikari.
I think they made a documentary based on Lewis' life. Think they called it He Was the Academy Boy in Over the Top. His dad showed him how to be a real man and arm wrestle. Beark108 says. Wife is a kick-ass drawer and it takes her a week.
Yeah, this stuff takes time, and that's my point. It's like, and drawings never look as good as a nice painting, but they can take as long, and it's just not worth my time. Like, this stuff is good for preliminary work for a sketch, for a painting. Like, if I was doing a painting of this and I was getting paid, it would be worth me taking a couple days to do this, because then I can make a better painting for it. And then if somebody wants the drawing on the side, I'll sell it to them because that's bonus, but I'm getting paid for the painting. But doing just a commission for a drawing, for me right now, when I have studio
QFX
rent and all this
says,
stuff.
Okay, private school boy.
I'm better than you, and I know it. Trying to see if I have a sweater or something I can wear over my shoulders. Like preppy. Anyway, yeah, this isn't worth my time. But it is worth my time because this is for my family. Does that make sense? So that's why I'm doing this one. Because I had already said to myself, okay, I'm not doing doing drawings anymore. Then like the next day,
QFX says,
I got a text.
That's where he got cocky. Sheer Curry says, you could try to convince clients.
What are you talking about? Convince them over what?
Not OCA says. Lewis, how were the showers? Future Oil Painter says.
What are you talking about?
Over the top, baby. Not OCA says. In private
I never
school.
showered at private school. I went home.
Sheer Curry says.
And showered at home.
Tell them this would look better as a painting.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. I also don't want to do the painting. I just don't. I don't know. Why? Because I don't like doing architecture. I want to finish. Y'all can't see it. Maybe you can. I want to see. You can see it over there. That one
QFX
down there.
Says,
that landscape.
Lewis, the kind of guy who dropped the soap just to see if anyone fell for it.
So stupid. Speaking of stupid, where's Gears?
Not OCA says. You should find a rogue to duel. Not OCA says.
I agree.
Nap.
I had a hard time. One, I was getting owned the other day in Battlegrounds with him. But he seemed like he was pretty good. It seems like I always have some issue that I'm working
108 says.
towards every expansion.
Drawing is for nerds, watercolor for gay, and painting for punks.
Art sucks.
QFX says. LOL, they just have infinite CC, that doesn't make M good.
No, but they have to manage it. They have to manage it, and it's hard to do what they do. I really believe that. And the guy was good. He was good. He was a good player. And there's a way to beat them. I just need to figure out what it is. And I went through something similar in last expansion with this stuff where I was pissed at myself and shitting on myself over all this stuff, which is pointless. And
Windy City 1828 says.
I got past that.
Art is for everyone. Future Oil Painter says. Soap scene. That was the other Lewis movie, where Clint Eastwood portrayed Luth in jail, quite a fight in the shower. QFX says. Most manage them like shit till 2K plus.
How do you know? You don't even play the game. You don't even play the game. You're playing, what are you playing right now? What game are you playing?
QFX says, I'm not wrong.
You are wrong. Because you're judging off people, because the streamers you're watching, those guys can school anybody who's sub 2K. Because they're like rank 1 geniuses. Not everybody's like that. So they're going to make everybody look foolish, and they're going to make it look easy.
Not OCA
We've
says,
been through this 1,000 times.
got to run cockatoo, take care.
Cockatoo. All right, man. Okay, I'll see you, man. Give Gears a little slap on the butt for me. All right? Just like that. Little that boy.
Future
Tell him I'm
Oil
Mrs.
Painter
Musk.
says, Zelda. QFX says, I
Zelda.
literally see that they're wasting their disarms into nothing, then they eat a fat demolish.
That happens
Not
from time to
OCA
time.
says,
That doesn't always happen.
done.
Okay. Oh, what am I doing with that? So, to give you an idea of how my mind works, I'm drawing my church.
Not OCA says, watch your DM in Discord, please.
Okay, I will. Thanks, Oka. I will. And I almost started
Share
drawing
Curry says, a
testicles
little
right
pat
here.
on the fanny.
But then I was like, don't, because this is my church. I'm not going to draw a penis on my church. Okay?
QFX says,
I have self-control.
funny enough though, when they done the two cheaps into disarm into gauge thing, they're already close to being back to stun DR for the next cheaps. That's why they're a joke.
They're solid right
Bear
now. And they
108
have
says,
solid damage.
watercolor is actually more expensive than oil painting.
Is it right now? Sorry to yawn.
Share Curry says, you will go to hell.
I don't want to go to hell. It's a struggle. Life. Life's a struggle.
Future
Yeah,
Oil Painter
that's why I
says,
stopped myself.
did you ever draw comic book type stuff?
I did, yeah. I used to draw, yeah, I did. I used to draw like X-Men back in the days. I think when I was very young, I would draw some Ninja Turtle stuff. I was into that.
QFX
I used to
says,
draw like Jason.
LOL solid. They're completely broken damage with 5 times the defensive buttons than any other melee. QFX says, broken CC.
Yeah, but they can be dismantled. There's a way around it, my dear boy, and I just need to crack the code. Once I crack the code, I'll be unstoppable. That's why I need Shakuri to come in and help me. She can do twos with me and get me back on my feet. Talk to me about the Dutch, the Netherlandese, about their ways. Shakuri, you have got to see heavyweights. Look up Lars. Lars. Why can't I draw
Share
a
Curry
straight line
says,
here?
I looked up Lars, it was funny.
Yeah. He's awesome. He's my hero. He
Share
is
Curry
my
says,
hero.
I don't think it's on Disney Plus for obvious reasons.
Yeah, they're too PC now.
Future Oil Painter says, just go my plan to get into heaven, distract Saint Peter, with a beer, push him out of the way,
With
and
a
run
beer.
like hell. QFX
Maybe
says,
this will change your mind.
Loki, if you play now with someone with no experience, you gonna drop to sub 1k XD.
I guess, man, I am having a rough time. Never had such a rough time before. Never. Not in this. This is a different beast. This is a different beast.
Sheer Curry says, my brother played WoW.
Ooh, did he really?
QFX says, damn.
It's looking better. I think that's a decent composition. So I don't know if y'all can see it. The lines on the painting, on the work. So I'm going to cut off, right? I'm going to cut this off, cut that off. So this is the composition right here, right?
Future Oil Painter
I
says,
think that works.
he'll pray for you, Luth.
Oh,
Sheer
thank you,
Curry
Buff, for
says,
share.
I like how you kept that Jesus painting around for inspiration.
I did that for you so that you would know how to handle the the jerkwad who had to use AI for this. Like, why would you have to use AI on it? You literally have a painting that Michelangelo did, and you just have a pizza. Like, how do you? It's insane. I think that must have got to you on the price, but it's something. If they're pricing that low, I think they suck, man. And I think those people are gonna regret. You know what?
QFX says, LMAO, is he doing the same hand painting?
Yeah, I think it's the same one. It's like, how do you use if you have to use
Sheer Curry says,
AI?
the worst ring is it's my brother's boss.
Oh, well, that makes it even funnier if you got your brother fired. No, it wouldn't be funny. All right, let's
Sheer
be
Curry
mature about
says,
this.
it was AI for the other thing. I don't know about the hands.
The pizza, because there's only two parts to it. It was hands and pizzas. That's it. Like I get getting ideas off there. I get it. But if you have to like
Beark108
prop
says,
yourself up based off
Austrian
AI,
painter loved architecture. Sheer
they
Curry
need your brother
says,
now.
nah, they need my brother. QFX
Do
says,
they though?
damn, that's such a dick move.
It would be, yeah. But it would make your brother tougher in the end. You'd be doing him a favor. Guys, the more I'm looking at this church, the more I'm seeing all this detail that I need to draw, and the more something inside of me just dies every
Sheer
single
Curry
time.
says,
This is happening like
the other
on a
mural is my
secondly
city
basis.
themed. I think they used AI for that.
Probably, man. AI is dominating everything right now.
QFX says, I mean that they cancelled her when she's family of the employee.
Yeah, that's not right. I wonder who they got instead. If you know.
Sheer Curry says, exactly, lol, my brother runs the kitchen basically.
That's freaking nuts. It's, it's horrible. Look, it sucks. It's like, why would they do that to you? It's just frustrating, man. What does she carry?
Future Oil Painter says. Don't forget, gargoyles. Sheer Curry says. They got a Turkish guy.
Turkish guy? Oh, to do the mural?
QFX says.
That's weird.
A week later her brother is gonna tell her they did the hand painting she did XD. Sheer Curry says. I'm over it though, I'm not bitter about that.
Never let go of your bitterness. That's one of the keys in life. Always be bitter and seek revenge, even on the innocent. Even on the innocent, that's what we do. Always seek revenge. Vengeance.
Sheer Curry says. No, he said he would kick his ass if he took my design.
Oh, your brother said that to the Turkish dude?
QFX says. If you're bitter you should Q shuffle, you'll fit right in.
QFX still hasn't gotten over that. Have you, QFX? No, he hasn't. I'll answer that question.
Sheer Curry says. I should steal candy from babies.
Definitely. Why not? They don't know. They don't know, Shikari. They don't know. No.
QFX says. It could have been fun if people would go in with a positive attitude, but now they're just getting banned for anything lel, which I fully support.
Well, I mean, Blizzard goes too far with that, though.
Future Oil Painter
There's so many
says.
bots now, too.
For some reason you reminded me of Happy Gilmore saying the price is wrong, Bobby.
Price is
Bear
wrong,
108
Bobby.
says. It's like tiny version of Winchester Cathedral. Sheer Curry says. What are they gonna do? Tell on me. They can't speak.
They don't even know the language. Is that what you're saying? La lingua? Price is wrong, bitch.
QFX says. NA, if it was for me, if you drop lines to make someone feel bad in game you're gone for a month, 3 strikes, and perm ban.
Dude, that's no fun though. Come on. Feel bad in game. Look, if it was up to me, there wouldn't be any bans.
Sheer Curry says. I'm still thinking about Coco Louise.
What does that mean though?
QFX
Coco
says.
Louise.
What they do isn't friendly banter, it's hateful shit.
But that's life. Life is about hate. Okay? It's about hating on people. Okay? Look, and this was kind of my fault. Apparently I dragged everybody into it, but that whole thing where we got docked, that was from people who were upset that we beat them. So I know what you're saying.
Sheer Curry says. You repeated it so I thought you knew, LOL.
I don't know what it means. I repeated it because I was trying to figure out. I was like, Coco
Future
Louise?
Oil Painter says. You listening to your workout music, Luth? Beark 108 says. Sweet banana and coconut Louise.
He's just sweating in the mirror. Tight spandex.
Says,
Mom's
I bet
upstairs.
Lewis listens to Mozart while working out. Future Oil Painter says. Do you wear a wrist and headbands?
I wear a sweatband. Actually, I haven't been wearing sweatbands recently, but I normally...
LOL, it's too funny to me that people try to bring the flaming to Discord to avoid bans. That's next level degenerate.
I think it's hilarious. Even though if I think that's funny, I don't like that it happened to us. So that was just disgusting. Like literally, I have stuff in my head that I didn't know was possible. Okay, and I cannot unsee it. Every time I close my eyes, I see brain damage. Okay, these guys, I'm pretty sure,
Sheer Curry
got
says,
off on that stuff.
do you wear onto those sweat headbands?
Yeah, yeah. I have sweatbands and everything. Yeah.
QFX says, did you have to delete that shit lel?
So
Sheer Curry
if you
says,
ban them, it
what
says
do sweatbands even do?
it blocks the sweat from going down into your eyes. Yeah. But um, I haven't worn
Future
them
Oil Painter says,
recently.
oh man, look, wearing the 1980s spandex pants doing butt crunches burn my eyes.
Oh, you know the dodgeball sweatbands? I actually have one of those. It
Sheer
says
Curry
dodgeball on
says,
it.
I have to see you wear a sweat headband.
Oh, here's a cup. I don't know why this is in here. Oh, actually, I do. I think I wore that because I was doing some stunt where I had to get hit in my nuts. Um, no, I have a lot of sweatbands at home. Wristbands, I used to use when I was playing racquetball. I used to wear wristbands. Helps keep your hands dry. I would wear a glove, wristbands, and stuff on it. Not on both hands. Miss playing racquetball. My dad was very good at racquetball. Taught me how to play, and I could never beat him. He's really good. He was really good.
Sheer Curry says, I played badminton.
Badminton, nice.
Sheer Curry says, out of all sports. Future Oil Painter says, I remember when I was a kid, I got some wristbands after collecting cereal box points. QFX says,
Did you really?
reminds me of dodgeball where the old fart threw tools at the guy's nuts.
Yeah, it's great.
Beark108
Yeah.
says, and that's how traumas are made.
Yeah. Look, everybody needs a trauma, all right? Everybody needs one. If you don't have a trauma, you haven't lived. You haven't lived. Everybody needs a good trauma.
Future Oil Painter says, good old tool dodging makes real men.
Kind of does, though. Ah, the old tool dodging strat. Hmm. Whoops. Whoopsies. Is the camera like cutting off half my head here? 1 second.
Beark108
Nice.
says, have you seen new Peaky Blinders movie?
No. What is that? I don't even know what that is. A Peaky Blinder? What's wrong with a capital R?
QFX says, That's turning out to become another cute fridge piece. Does a freshly printed $5 note grant me ownership of it? My fridge has the right spot for it. Beark108 says.
Not
Seriously.
dignifying that question with an answer. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Peaky Blinders are. Is that like Lego or something?
Sheer
Lego.
Curry says. Lewis, you really still live in 2009.
Peaky Blinder.
Sheer Curry says. I'm not hating.
I know you aren't, but I agree with you with that kind of. I guess I don't know. Maybe 2009. You said 2009, bitch.
QFX says. Pretty shit year. Sharikitten says. Why is he in 2009? Sharikitten says. I was in high school LOL.
You were in high school in 09?
Future Oil Painter says.
Ooh.
Cruise is brought to you by the letter B.
Cruise is brought to you by the letter B. 2009. 2009.
Sharikitten says. Yes. And part of 2010. Sharikitten says. Then I started WoW. Sheer Curry says. I just said a random 00s era. QFX says. I already was in my late 40s then.
QFX.
Sheer Curry says. QFX was getting ready to write from the military.
Ryder. Ryder.
Sharikitten says. He was in submarines. Future Oil Painter says. If I knew then what I know now. Valker1S says. Hello good sir.
Yes,
Sheer
good
Curry
sir. Val, what's up?
I was 8.
How are we doing this fine day, Val? What are we doing? What is the plan? Time to sharpen.
says. Man, it would be crazy if someone switched histories with another person. Like but 4chair has QFX's past and vice versa. Sheer Curry says. Like Freaky Friday. Sharikitten says. But histories yes. Sharikitten says. Instead of tits. QFX says. ID change with a chick. Future Oil Painter says. Would cause a rip in the space-time continuum.
Right. Wait a second.
Sharikitten says.
Albeit
Which chick? QFX says. Like the body switches, that would be juicy. QFX says. I don't know, Michelle Pfeiffer would be hot. Sharikitten says.
He was hot. Yeah.
Switch with Curry. QFX says. LMAO. QFX says. I don't think she wants to be a 65-year-old dude. Sheer Curry says. I really do.
She's always wondered.
Sharikitten says.
What it's
he
like.
Wants to beat her meat. Sharikitten says. Let her. QFX says. You don't XD.
Totally normal conversation. Totally normal.
Sheer Curry says. Cherie, do you ever notice boomer men talk to you more than any other age group? QFX says. Wow.
Is that
QFX
true?
says. Boomer zoned.
Boomer zoned. Is that true, Shirimiya?
Sheer Curry says. Boomer men always talk to me in public.
Do they? Maybe they have like more balls to or something. How do they talk to you? Are they trying to hit on you or are they just talking to you? They're just like kind?
QFX
Or
says. LMAO, hello there, young whippersnapperina.
right?
Sheer Curry says. Now just being polite.
Being polite? Good. Good, good, good.
Cherie Kitten says. Yes, I get along better with the older generation vs younger. Most things I like are from one generation older than me. I think it's also that this younger generation isn't able to speak to people since they claim social anxiety. Old dudes will
Yeah, that's a
straight
good
hit
point.
on you. I love it.
Oh, you like that? You actually like that. It's interesting. No, so I was wanting to do classical music today, but
QFX says. Good old
I
sugar daddies.
was about to fall asleep
Valker1S
when I came in.
says. Hey there, young lady, pop a titty for me, a boomer probably. Cherie Kitten says. My uncle cough hits on me all the time. Asking to see my tits and stuff, lol.
It's pretty funny, actually. Show us your tits.
QFX says. And does he? Valker1S says. See, I was right.
Right, Val?
Cherie
Excuse
Kitten
me.
says. I have definitely seen his tits, yes. QFX says. I meant the other way around. Sheer Curry says. Did you guys ever see those religious paintings of a lady breastfeeding an old man?
No. No.
Sheer Curry says. Don't show that tone your uncle. Cherie Kitten says. No, I haven't, but that is how I view children. They're like old men you shit out. Ew.
This is definitely not worth the time.
Sheer
For
Curry
family it
says.
is, but not.
LMAO. Sheer Curry says. They tear your bits.
That is
QFX
how I
says,
view children.
LOL, I heard about that. I heard why they did it but forgot. Prob taking care of some parent or some.
Oh, damn. Oh, jeez, that would hurt. Woo! I want to think about that. Women do have it tough, man. They have it tough.
Resolute Marshall says.
350-watt streak
Valker
reached.
1S says,
Ooh.
I bought a new truck yesterday.
Did you really? What kind of truck? I'm sure it goes on that. You've been upgrading recently.
QFX says. P-Ops teeth were shit then, maybe they couldn't chew anymore or some. Valker 1S says. A Ram 1500 with a 5.7 Hemi in it.
I would look it up, but it'd slow the stream down. Because I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome. It has a trailer hitch.
Sheer
Does it
Curry
have a trailer?
says. How does one even park with a truck?
Just run over anything that's in your path. You make space, right?
Valker 1S says.
Make the space.
I'll send you a picture in Discord.
Okay, cool.
QFX
Cool.
says. That truck def needs some truck nudes.
Truck nudes? Truck nuts? Truck nuts! Have y'all seen the ones where it's like the back of it's just like giant testicles hanging down below the license plate? Have y'all seen that before? I've seen it. It's great. Truck testicles or car testicles? Yeah.
QFX says. Yeah, that's what they are. Sheer Curry says. That's what I do with my dad's car.
Like what I want to do, I should do this to my brother. Just slap some testicles on, put like "I love gay porn" on the back of the car. It drives into the hospital and his nuts are dragging across the parking lot as he parks his car. He's a doc, so let's see how that goes over. Hopefully that wouldn't get him fired. All right.
QFX says. I thought that's how he rolled on his own.
Oops.
Valker 1S says. Sent you a picture in Discord.
Cool. Let me check that really quick, actually. I'm not going to turn on my computer. Every time I mess with my computer,
Sheer
something bad
Curry
happens.
says. Can you get fired over that in America?
It depends on where you work. My brother wouldn't get fired, though. Not for that. Dude, that looks really cool. Second, let me see if I can put this. Look at this, guys. Can y'all see that okay? That, and it's like black against the snow. It
QFX
says it can go nature.
LMAO, did your brother ever convince you to come out of the closet?
Shut
and
up.
You'll feel
I have a
so
funny
much
question.
better once you got it out.
Shut up. Just shut up. I have a funny story about it. But he's one with nature. It goes in the harshest environments. Ice and snow because it's slippery. Yes. Yes. Good job, Val. I can see it's family size too. Val has a child on the way, which is very good for him, assuming it's a trailer hitch. Curry just sent a nice painting. Let's see what the painting is of. Ooh, this looks like Rubens. Is that a Rubens? Looks like Rubens to me. Anywho,
Valker 1S says. Perfect for Michigan weather, LOL.
Okay, since this boats and hose explicit official video. I'll have to check that out later. Huh? Wait, wait. Perfect for Michigan. Yeah, exactly. Michigan's like I don't know why he still lives there. Sounds miserable. Look, I think I already told you all this story how my brother's friends convinced his teachers in high school that my brother was gay without my brother knowing, and they had one of the teachers do an intervention with my brother, saying he's going to deny it, but he feels very insecure, and so for like a whole year they were trying to say it's okay to be gay to him. Did I tell you all that story? I don't know. Don't know if I did. It was a funny story though.
Valker1s says. Cool thing about having a kid is we get free milk now. Run out of creamer for my coffee, call the wife over. QFX says.
That's exactly how you
Yeah,
look at it.
but he was actually gay, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. He's totally gay. Totally gay. He has a
Sheer Curry
wife and
says.
kids, but we know
OMG Vok. QFX says.
that's the right idea.
Can I leech some of that titty milk for my coffee?
Yeah,
Shrikitten says.
Val, you can make some money
you can
off
have
it.
milk without having a kid, lol.
You should see if your wife can, do deliveries. Get on Amazon with it. Tell her that my stream is interested if she is, okay?
QFX says. Blizzard wouldn't mind getting in on that too.
Oh,
Sheer Curry
that's
says.
right, Blizzard. They
Elton
actually
John has a wife and kids too.
does he?
Valker1s says. I'm starting OnlyFans now.
There you go. See, we're on the right track in life. Just warms my heart. Warms my heart. Warms it.
QFX says. Only milk, the $1 billion idea. Future Oil Painter says.
Only milk.
What the Brokeback Mountain is going on here?
Isn't that the question? Oh, la chiesa?
Valker1s says. Titty milk, my friend.
Ah, Val has struck gold.
Valker1s says. That's what's going on. Sheer Curry says. How about mommy cheese?
Yeah, let's think outside
QFX
the box
says.
here.
LMAO Curry bringing it to the next
She
level.
did. She really did bring it to the next level.
Shrikitten says. People don't seem to know about induced lactation. Boobs can make milk at any point.
Really? Would you like to demonstrate that for us? Look, nobody panic. Everybody be mature here, okay?
Sheer Curry says. I think about human cheese sometimes.
I'm sure you do. You know what cracks me up? What is that, Shakira? I said you have a good
Sheer
sense of
Curry
humor.
says. Men can milk too, right?
I'm sure Shutter Mia
Future
knows
Oil Painter
if
says.
men can.
Over my head.
But I was talking about
Shrikitten
Shakira's
says.
sense of humor, and
Yes, dudes can too.
she said like the
QFX
people
says.
around her are concerned
We
or
got
something.
some different kind of milk. Valker1s says. I have nipples, Greg, can you milk me?
Can you milk me? That was like the conversation just couldn't have gone more wrong than it did. Oh, Greg, too, can you milk me? Hmm.
Valker1s says. One of my favorite movies,
Oh
LOL.
yeah, that was.
Sheer Curry says.
I saw it in the theater actually.
Who
It
is
was.
Greg?
Oh gosh, it's talking about from Meet the Parents. Have you seen Meet the Parents? It's played by Um, Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro was in it. Ben Stiller was explaining how you like how he would milk a cat or something. He was trying to impress the parents, saying like the kittens were their mouths were too small to like suck the nipple of the
Sheer
cat, so
Curry
he would
says,
milk the cat and
I
feed it to
saw
them.
that.
Okay. He's like, it's like, wow, I didn't know you could milk a cat. He's like, yeah, you can milk pretty much anything with nipples. Just like, I have nipples. Can you milk me,
Futuring Oil
Greg?
Painter says, you guys just go to Aldi, milk is still $3.
Yeah, but it's not
QFX says,
human milk, man.
right, dude literally said everything wrong he could say wrong.
It was,
Sheer Curry says,
and he couldn't stop
how
once he
can't I
started.
remember this?
You just have to watch it. Like, look, you have stuff you got to watch. That's my point. It's funny. Can you milk me? And then the wife's like, huh, okay. She was just, uh, that's such a good movie.
QFX says, didn't he lose the cat?
He did, yeah.
QFX says,
He lost it
and
and,
replace it?
yeah, briefly. And it destroyed the house, yeah. Tore up the wedding dress, I think. I mean, just, it was a disaster. And there's two ways you can watch that movie. You can watch it and just laugh at it, or you can watch it and feel horrible for the guy. I remember my roommate back at the time he was just like, dude, it's like he didn't like it because he
Sheer
felt
Curry
so bad
says,
for Greg.
my cats keep stealing my kneaded eraser.
Do they? Yeah.
Valker1S says, dude, the acting was so good in that movie.
Oh my
It's the
gosh.
first movie I felt secondhand embarrassing for someone in a movie, lol.
Oh yeah, I know. It was so good.
QFX says, didn't they tell him no funny business in the house?
Yeah, yeah, they did. I mean, look, I can understand, but yeah, the whole thing was just awkward. The whole thing was just so bad. I think they've made 3 movies. Did they make 3 movies, or was it just 2 movies off that?
QFX says, think I only saw the first.
That's it. Yeah, I think Meet the Fockers was one, and I feel like there was one after
Sheer
maybe.
Curry says, all I remember is Barbra Streisand.
Yeah. So that was okay. Wait, then you might not have seen the first movie. You might have only seen the second movie. Meet the Fockers, not Meet the Parents. Meet the Parents is the best
Valker1S
movie.
says, meet the parents, meet the Fockers, and meet the grandparents.
Okay. I haven't seen the last one, Meet the Grandparents. I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think. I don't think. Wow.
Share Curry says. I saw the first two, I
You
think.
saw the first two? Okay. Gotcha.
Sherry says. I loved Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
Valker1s says. Dude, I like the music in stream, it's a vibe.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's really good. This is it's like new retro, I think, or something. It's just a genre of music. You get more of it too, actually. But I had like a lot of this stuff. I had to figure out how to download off YouTube again. So you have to go to like the sites to do it now.
QFX says. You listening to that during the after arena depression?
I just don't know what to do, man. Don't know what to
Future
do.
Oil Painter says. Look, is that the church of the scene of the crime?
What are you talking about? The scene of the crime? Scene of the crime? What are you talking about? I'm missing some
Future
reference.
Oil Painter says. The wedding.
Oh, what wedding? Oh, this one? Oh, that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They wanted a picture of the, yeah, this is it. Get. They did. They wanted.
QFX says. We've all had our runs of bad going games.
Oh, I know, but this is like a different level. This is a different level for me.
Future Oil Painter says.
It's different.
Where another man volunteers to wear a ball and chain forever. QFX says.
Right?
I mean, I didn't, but generally people do.
Well, this is intense. I just don't know how to get out of this one. Actually, right
Share
here.
Curry says. Drugs might help. QFX says. I quit MOP because things didn't work out.
And but I go through this thing where I'm like, okay, I'm done. But then I'm like, I can't quit. Like, I'm not a
Future
quitter.
Oil Painter says.
So
At
then I'm
least
like,
it's
okay,
not
how
Notre
do I?
Dame, in Paris, you would be here drawing this until 2027.
I know, man.
Valker1s says. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward, how much you can take and keep moving forward.
It's the best speech
That's
ever.
how winning is done. Sylvester Stallone.
You know what, Val? And you're right. You're 100%, 100%. Val, listen. My struggle is I don't want to bring you guys down. I'm going to keep playing, but I don't know how to do it because we need to get you
Future Oil
in that
Painter says.
top
And
100. We
knowing
need
is
to.
half the battle.
So it would not be smart to play with me right now to figure this out. And I'm the same with Zerk. So that's my problem. I don't know. The only way I would do it is if y'all had alts. because right now the only way to get better is to play, but I don't want to bring you guys down. That's what I'm struggling with right now. Like, I know I can get it. I've been through stuff like this before. I'm fine. I just need to. I don't want to tank y'all's rating. So that's the struggle right now. It's not, I'll get it, but I need to figure out a better strategy. Angle is that something like that? Maybe.
Valkyr1s says, friendship is more important than my selfish aspirations.
Well, thank you. And
QFX says,
that's the other thing is,
oh yeah, I've been reverse. I didn't want you guys to tank my rating.
but I was like, there's so many times where I've been so frustrated, and I think part of that is that I'm so tired at night that I'm not thinking rationally, and this is true, and I'm admitting this.
QFX says,
But like,
XD.
I keep on. I'm like, so many times I've said I'm going to quit, then I'm like, I can't leave my friends. Like, I can't leave Xerx and Val. So I was like, get that out of your head. And plus, it's like, it's not as bad as I say. Like, I just need to crack the code. And Sylvester Stallone is correct. He's right. That speech, by the way, do y'all know what Val quoted?
QFX
That's from
says,
Rocky
there's
6.
other games out there, LOL.
There is, but yeah, but I'm not going to quit this. I can't. I can't be defeated by this. This is like such no. But
Future Oil Painter says,
anyway, it's a very good movie.
if you need to be happy for a split second, just remember the Gummy Bears theme song, but it wears off fast.
Gummy bears?
Cher Curry says, you guys actually watched 6 Rockies.
Dude, the Rocky movies are freaking awesome. This pussy shit that they make these days.
QFX says, damn right. Valkyr1s says, I love the Rocky movies.
They're
Valkyr1s
amazing.
says, the Creed movies are good too.
Yeah. Oh, Creed movies? They made Creed. Dude, I don't think I've seen the ones with Creed in them, or did they make separate movies for Creed?
Cher Curry says, I'm a classy lady, I don't watch that stuff. QFX says, LOL classy. Future Oil Painter says, there's a backstory to that also, Stallone wrote it, acted in it, but
Yeah.
they were trying to rip him off.
Oh.
QFX says, bro talked about consuming human cheese just 5 minutes ago. Valkyr1s says,
She did.
separate movie, they are about Apollo Creed's son, they are really good.
Nice.
You will like them.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. I haven't seen that. Obviously, I haven't. I don't think I even heard of it. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. That's it right there. This one comes over. That angle's off. Should be going like this.
Cher Curry says, it's a delicacy.
Ah, yes. Breast milk cheese, human cheese. It's a delicacy. Yes. Ah, yes. No.
QFX
Bless you,
says,
lady.
I actually have some Dutch cheese downstairs, I don't even want to know what's actually in that.
I think we're starting to get an idea.
Sheer Curry
QFX.
says, you peasants wouldn't get it.
It makes me so proud every time you talk that way. Commoners.
Future Oil Painter says, one thing I can't bring myself to try is sushi and the fish egg stuff.
Dude, I like sushi actually. Somehow I do like sushi. I don't like fish, but I like sushi. I really do.
QFX says, I drink titty milk in my coffee, straight from tailpipe. Sheer Curry says, ask your mom. Future Oil Painter says, have you seen the videos of little worms swimming inside of sushi?
Dude, I don't want to watch that.
QFX says, she's out of that age. Sheer Curry says, but for cheer those worms crawl in a lot of food.
Yep. If you zoom in on a lot of food, there's a lot of sick stuff in it, man. You'll never want to eat again. If you go to a chicken factory, see how they're treated, you're never gonna eat chicken again.
Sheer
That's why
Curry
I don't want to
says,
look at it.
ask your dad's girlfriend. Future Oil Painter says, oh man, we're screwed.
That's what I'm saying.
QFX says, we all gonna be budget homelanders only consuming titty milk soon.
Titty milk. It's on the jar, titty milk. I kind of want to make milk and just so that I can put titty milk on it. Oh, that'd be so great. Titty milk.
Future Oil Painter says, QFX would become world famous with his titty knocker drawings. Sheer Curry says, what happens if you drink your own milk? Does it still give you nutrients?
Of course. Well, you know what? That's a good question. It'll give you the nutrients that you lost. So were you back at ground zero? That's a very good question. Sheremia is Sheremia here. She'll have it.
The endless supply of energy.
You know, Val is tapped into the pregnant wife buff. He's starting to realize it's OP.
Valkyr1S says, unlimited power.
It's like everybody's looking for sustainable energy. Get your wife pregnant.
Sheer Curry
Circular
says,
energy.
You could survive in the wild on your own milk.
How'd you survive? Well, I got pregnant.
QFX says, that's like the infinite turning toast with one side jelly the other side peanut butter meme.
I haven't seen that. That sounds really brilliant though.
Sheer Curry says, eat the baby. Free meat.
Ah, yes, do the noble thing. Eat the child. It's what the child would want.
QFX says, sheesh again with the one up.
That's some high class. You're a classy woman.
Valkyr1S
Eat
says,
the baby.
the other white meat.
Other one. This.
Sheer Curry says, welcome to my mind.
That is fascinating. A fascinating brain, Curry. Would you say your family,
Shurikitten
everybody's
says,
like ashamed or
what
they're
in the Epstein eat the baby? QFX says, not much left of that after the commission loss. Valker1S says,
this whole
wanna
thing?
know a crazy fact?
Yes. What's the fact? This is gonna be a pregnant wife fact. Is this about the strength?
Valker1S says, most skin grafts are from babe foreskins. Sheer Curry says,
It's a lot
my
of babies.
family made me like this. QFX says, if it involves your wife's titties. Valker1S says, baby.
This is totally normal chat. Once again, very
Shurikitten
pleased
says,
with.
why don't they take your own skin? Sheer
This
Curry
is
says,
insane.
a lot of babies LMAO.
I know. It's like just for like a skin graft like this big, you have to go through like 8 babies for it or something. Unless the foreskin is so dense that it's able to be expanded at lengths of up to 3 miles, all in one foreskin. Highly doubtful,
Sheer
but
Curry
anything is
says,
possible.
you could make an entire new baby out of all that skin.
Yes. Yes, the foreskin.
Valker1S
The thick
says,
foreskin. A
only
sign
babies
of.
with huge dicks.
You see a baby that has a bigger dick than you, you're like,
Sheer
yeah.
Curry says, I have 7 babies worth of arm.
Yeah, you like my skin on this arm? 7 babies worth. It's the stupidest thing. Val, where are you getting this from? Is your wife telling you this to you? Did you look it up? Did you Google it? Or did you use AI? AI told me. Where are you getting this from, boy? Hmm. Yes, I am regretting this. I forgot how much I hate
Shurikitten
architecture.
says, isn't she a nurse?
She is a
Valker1S
nurse.
says, my wife told me. Sheer Curry says, he read it on Facebook.
I read it in a book. Some
Shurikitten
serious man
says,
sweat going on.
why are all women nurses LOL? Sheer Curry says, he read it on link.
I'm going through my LinkedIn profile. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of male nurses now too. It's more of the stigma. Stigma, is that what the word I'm looking for? It doesn't matter.
Shurikitten says, I had a male nurse call me a vampire. QFX says,
I can see
is
that.
your brother one? Valker1S says,
No, he's an
we met in
anesthesiologist.
nursing school LOL.
Oh wait, were you training to be a nurse at first and then you switched to being a lineman, right?
Shurikitten
It's like the
says,
exact opposite.
what are you a nurse to?
No, he was in school, I
Sheer
think,
Curry
for it,
says,
but he
I
dropped
slept
out.
like 5 hours last night. This conversation is killing me. QFX says, oh, he went the same direction your dad went, huh?
Yeah, he did. Shikari, I hardly slept at all as well. I'm out of my mind right now. I really am. I'm just like almost tripped.
Sheer Curry says. Isn't there a word for a male nurse? QFX says.
Just filtered
Oh yeah,
something.
terrible night, only 10 hours. Valker1S says. Yeah, went to school for nursing and ended up a lineman.
Yeah.
Sheer Curry says. Sleep is for the weak. Shrikitten says. What is a lineman? Like for power lines.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Power lines and yeah. So they have to be very good electricians. It's a very physical job. It'd be extremely dangerous.
Shrikitten says. It's a good paying job either way.
It's a damn good paying job.
Sheer Curry says. Isn't rat dangerous?
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, man, that you can.
Shrikitten says.
It
I
is a
don't know
dangerous.
how a sane person could work in a hospital. I freak out whenever I'm in any doctor environment. Valker1S says. Yeah, but it's fun. Sheer Curry says. I like hospitals.
Do you?
Shrikitten says. Have you ever seen people fucked up in a hospital? Like loved ones. That is what scarred me. QFX says. LOL curry chicken in week, I just lost the biggest comisian of me life. Sheer Curry says. But I never been a patient. Sheer Curry says. Not really actually Cherie. Shrikitten says. That's why you're okay for now. I was never squeamish till that event either. Sheer Curry says. Yes, this is 911. Somebody took my comisian.
How do you know 911? 911.
Sheer Curry says. I understand you wouldn't like hospitals after that jury. Future Oil Painter says. What did I miss? Stepped out for 4 minutes.
They're talking about being traumatized by hospitals right now. Shakuri likes hospitals. Shotomiya has been traumatized because of a family member or, yeah, of events in hospitals, which
Sheer
is
Curry
totally
says.
understandable.
You really missed stuff this time. Shrikitten says. Yeah, I don't know how you get over hospital fear. That shit doesn't just go away XD. Future Oil Painter says. Yep, everyone talks about health insurance, and not that medical care is going downhill. QFX says. I would get eased in with a fresh bottle of titty milk. Sherry Kitten says. I was never given breast milk. Just formula.
I think breast milk's
QFX
probably better
says.
than formula, isn't it?
Interesting.
Like, breast milk's actually very good for your immune system. I think there's a lot of things that formula doesn't give.
Sherry
I
Kitten
think.
says. Apparently it makes it so your circadian rhythm doesn't develop properly.
What is that? Circadian rhythm?
Future Oil Painter says. Yep, things kinda suck. 100 years from now someone will read these comments and say, those guys were crazy.
I think
Sherry
people are
Kitten
reading it now
says.
saying that.
Wake and sleep cycles.
Hmm. It feels like forever since I painted. Horrible.
Sherry Kitten says. I also don't attach to people like I should. Aversion to oxytocin, I don't know, I think it has more of an affect than people like to admit. QFX says. LMAO real, all the non-insane people joining and reading the human cheese stuff dip out immediately.
Probably.
Sherry
It's
Kitten
funny.
says. Get that titty milk. Sleep at night like a people LOL.
That's why we have Val's wife send you some. Start the Amazon page right now. Let's go. Let's get it going. Gary wants the cheese. We need to get the cheese going too. I think we're on to something here. Val's up for it. I know he is.
QFX says. ID drink that. Sherry Kitten says. I wonder if it works on older people. Sherry Kitten says. I'm not sure.
This stuff.
Valker1S says. That's my titty milk. I'm getting a nice warm glass of milk every night before bed. Sherry Kitten says. Need a nurse's input on that. Does titty milk work on older people? QFX says.
Hey Siri.
I'm kinda jealous. Cher Curry says. ID call my local doctor and ask.
Ask if it being in the form of cheese makes any difference as well. If you're losing any of
Sherry
that
Kitten
succulent
says.
nutrients.
Who the hell has a local doctor XD?
Curry obviously does.
Future Oil Painter says. By the way, Sherry, I tried fancy dark chocolate last week, and it didn't affect me until this past weekend, broke out like a teenager who just got his first Playboy magazine.
Ah, yes.
Shuri Kitten says. That is so odd. Sher Curry says. Y'all don't have a doctor in your city.
We have several
Future
doctors. We
Oil
live in
Painter
a.
says.
I live in a
Yup, going to see one in a
medical town.
bit. Shuri Kitten says. They're tough to get unless you go to the urgent care. And I don't want them to know I ask dumb medical questions lol. Shuri Kitten says. They don't have time for me. Sher Curry says.
They don't have time for anybody,
Damn.
yeah.
QFX says. When I was a young whippersnapper we still had to ride the horse for 5 hours to the next doctor.
Ah, yes, the horse.
Sher Curry says. I guess healthcare is better than I thought here.
It is. Probably now. Our healthcare
Future Oil
system's
Painter
now
says.
been destroyed.
And most of the time you won't see an actual doctor, I'm gonna see some assistant person.
Yep. Our healthcare system in the last 10, 15 years has been utterly annihilated. It's literally a joke now. It is such a joke. And a lot of those, I mean, look, $25,000 just for one shot for me.
Shuri Kitten says. I always make sure I see the head motherfucker whoever it is lol. I'm manipulative when I'm scared.
Yeah, it's probably better now over there. Is my guess. We have the means, but the system's so messed up now that it's just like you better learn how to heal on your own, honestly. That's how it is. It's really, really, really bad. Sucks. It's
Valka1S
so
says,
unnecessary, man.
we don't have the staff.
It's just so unnecessary. None of this had to happen. None of it had to happen.
Valka1S says, my wife has to go over patient ratio all the time.
Sucks, man.
Shuri Kitten says, 'cause people don't want to be nurses. QFX says, Lewis is kind of a nurse. Sher Curry says, I would want to be a nurse if I wouldn't have to actually talk to people. Valker1S says, yes, lack of medical staff, nurses/doc ECT. Very expensive schooling.
It's extremely expensive. And it's very hard, and it takes several years, pretty much 10 years to become a doc. You're talking about with your residency and all that stuff, you have to, it's like something like 7 or 8 years of, you have your college, and then you have 4 years of medical school, and then you have your residency, and just like a year, 2 years. I mean, it takes a long time, very long time. And it's extremely hard,
Future Oil Painter says, back in architecture days, while designing hospitals, the young nurses were quitting in record numbers because they were too weak to carry people, they didn't expect manual labor. QFX says, LOL right, and if you fail your exams you're thrown back years and tons of money. Sher Curry says, Doctors and nurses should get better pay compared to some other jobs. Valker1s says.
I agree.
Lots of years of school, clinicals, you basically can't have a job or anything while you are in school.
It's tough. Yeah.
Future Oil Painter says. And the veteran nurses were the ones sticking around.
I mean, it's not easy, man. Oh, it'd be here. This stuff is in the wrong place, I think.
QFX says. Even if you make more, you won't have the time to spend it, lol.
I mean, a lot of them make a lot of money. It's just like, it's not just that. It's, look, to give you an idea, this is, okay, you go in the hospital here and the system's being run, at least what's happening is the hospital takeovers where you'll have one company taking over several hospitals. And so there's not competition and they're pushing bullshit political agendas. And one of them's like, you know, I won't get into it, but they have stuff like, um, they have a new computer system where the nurses go in, they have to document everything. They have to spend like 30, 40 minutes documenting literally everything that happens. And it's really doing paperwork for lawyers just so that people don't sue them. And so everything's slowed down. People don't want to do it. It's not efficient. And the nurses and docs aren't getting to do their jobs. And they go through patients much slower, and it's slowing that type of care down. And it's preventing people from wanting to walk into room and help. Because if you're a nurse and you're like, okay, this person in here, I need to check on them. But if I check on them, I'm going to be having to do paperwork for the next like 20 minutes. They have to file everything now, and it wasn't always like that. They could go in and do their job, and it was more common sense. Now everything's like done by businessman or whatever, and it just doesn't make any sense. So people
Valker1s
can't do their
says.
job.
While my wife was in college, as soon as she got accepted into nursing school, she quit her job and I had to take over all the bills and whatnot myself to help get her through it without putting too much on her. That way she could focus solely on her studies.
That's really good of you.
Future Oil Painter says.
That's hard.
I'll tell you guys a quick story. Way back when, I went to a strip joint with the guys, later went to doctors, and ran into one of the strippers. She was a nurse, lol.
It's just rough. It was like immediately afterwards. That's kind of crazy.
QFX says. Did you do her?
Did you do her? I feel like this needs to come in some to there, and then this comes over. I think that's it.
Valker1s says. It was hard, lol, because it was during my apprenticeship to become a lineman, but it was worth it and we made it through.
Yeah,
Future
that's
Oil
rough.
Painter says.
That's a rough time for him.
LOLQFX, I was a virgin, we don't have sex, right Luth?
It's over. See, that point needs to line up to this right there. But then that makes this really long. Wait, is that correct though? These points are a little off. Is that really there? It's hard to tell because this thing's okay. No, this still is up a little bit higher. So that's there. This probably drops to about here though. I think. Is that right? I think it piece. This piece should be easier to tell.
Cher Curry says. He isn't a virgin. He is chaste. Future Oil Painter says. Sex makes a man weak, learned that in Rocky.
Every day is the worst case scenario. I think I'm going to stream. And then I'm doing a drawing, and then I'm like, this sucks. And then it's like, what's up, virgin?
Rocky's penis is all shriveled up. QFX says. On our way to the strip club, this one professional tried to lure me in with her finger, giving me the seductive eyes and stuff.
Is that the story? Are you done? Is that all you got? Wait a second.
QFX says. It was hot NGL. Future Oil Painter says. LOL, we love ya, look, gotta give you tough love.
I think I just fixed this.
Sherikitten says. Luith, tell us one of your sex stories. QFX says. I was there with my friends. You think he'll go in while they wait? Cher Curry says. She was probably just pointing and laughing at you, QFX.
It's probably just pointing and laughing.
QFX says. Nah man, she did the finger pulling in motion. She wanted my $50, man.
No, man. No, I'm telling you. It was real. It really, she did. She wanted me. I could tell the look in her eyes. She was doing this.
So anyway, there I was in Goldshire. That's how the sex story is going to start, LOL.
Shut up.
Sherikitten says. Yeah, let's hear it, man. QFX says. LMAO, she prob did this to anyone who walked by. Sherikitten says. No shame, you're with the homies. QFX says. But I liked it. Cher Curry says.
You like anything.
Are you sure it was a woman?
He's altered the memories in his mind to suit him so that he doesn't fall asleep in shame.
QFX says. Not wrong.
No, I'm not. He's so defensive. No, she did this. No, it is a woman. I'm positive. Oh, it was. She did the seductive come to me look with her eyes and her finger at the same time. It was great. It was a duo combination of finger eye.
QFX says.
She gave me the finger eye.
She washed the.
Come to think of it. Wait. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe what I thought I knew was wrong.
Future Oil Painter says. Come to think of it. No.
Wait a second.
QFX says. Honestly, she was pretty hot. If she had a sausage, whatever.
Because in the dark, a hole is a hole, right? You know what? That's something Brian would say.
Cher Curry says. It doesn't matter in the dark.
It does matter in the dark. It does matter in the dark. Oh, gosh. Ooh, 6:40. Guys, I gotta go help.
Sherikitten says. I have sex with lights on, LOL, don't want to trip over chains.
Damn. On that note, we got a nice church drawing. All right, it's coming along, kind of. I feel like my face is blocking this again. Nobody's watching this, are they? You know what? I don't even care. All right, guys, y'all are awesome.
Says,
Sure, begin this
Do
week.
you have a mirror on your ceiling? QFX says. Oh, that's a church. Valker1S says. Wait, you guys are having sex?
Go ahead and answer the question. I'll leave the stream on just a little bit longer, and then I got to go.
Shurikitten says.
Not a bad start.
I am.
I feel like that might come up some still.
Future Oil Painter says. Hasta la vista, fellow virgins, stay strong.
All right, man.
Shurikitten says. You might be on that 6-month hiatus cause pregnancy. QFX says. Does with your wife count? Sheer Curry says. 6 months. I thought it was 6 weeks. Future Oil Painter says. Nope. Valker1S says.
Is it really that long?
Nah, her mouth still works XD. Shurikitten says. Depends on the woman, the damage.
Damn, Val. All right, guys. I'll see y'all. Oh.
Sheer Curry says. It's wild to me people still do it at 9 months. QFX says. Arrivederci.